So we have a little bit of time till we go live. So I
Right.
have a few kind of interview questions for both of y'all.
Please, I'm
So
dying to give an interview. It's been a long time.
I'm dying to
And
I'm
take one.
honored. I'm honored to take your interviews right now. Okay. So first up, this question is for both of y'all. How are things different in your specific careers during this COVID situation?
You want to go first, Karan?
yeah, please.
Right. For me, in fact, I've actually been more busy, so that's been a good thing. However, the whole format has changed. I do a lot of live hosting, but nothing for events as much as Insta Live. Insta Live has become my life. I do almost one every day, so that's something that keeps me busy. Apart from that, judging has become my my core profession. So the amount of judging I've done in this lockdown has just been amazing. So here I am again. I do a lot of judging for Miss India, so training the participants and then judging them after. So the whole format has changed rather than doing it in person. And of course, it's very different to do it this way. I'm sure you will agree. This is very unnatural to not have an audience in front of you. I'm sure Karan would agree as well.
I'm sure, yeah. I think it is. I think it's similar for me. I've actually worked equally as much as I've worked, before the pandemic hit. Uh, I think I also when you do a lot of GC anchoring, you tend to anyways keep getting so much content to produce. And I've just been working. I've been working from home. I actually shot 2 shows from my house in the lockdown, and it was quite different because I was my makeup guy, I was my hair dada, I was my spot boy, I was the light dada. I did everything. But I think it's also in a way I've just taken it in a very fun aspect that I've got to learn so much more. Though I feel I am in love with this setup because as much as of an outgoing person that I am on stage and on camera, I love being the introvert me that I am, and I've loved the lockdown because I think it's just taught me so much more. It's just taught me to be patient more than anything else. It's also taught me to learn to love my own house. So I've sat in different corners. I've experienced different things. And at the same time, you know what you're going through, the world is going through. uh, so yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, work wise it's been fun. Yes, you tend to miss the audience, you tend to miss the instant gratification that you get from a live audience, but eventually I think we'll come over it. We've actually come over it in India. I don't know about London, Supreet.
I
But
think my biggest thing would be, Karan, on the fact that although you're doing like this and you kind of have an audience, but your
yeah,
audience is always put on mute. So when you've said
yeah,
something, and even if they're applauding, you hear nothing. So you have no feedback as to what you're doing, how it's going. It's just all tukka. And that's one thing. And as to what you said, the one dada that I totally miss when I do anything like that is the teleprompter dada. Honestly,
oh,
to be doing it myself or put like a prompter here, the speed is going too fast, going too slow. That whole thing of thoda sa upar karna, thoda sa niche karna, speed badhana, ye karna, there's nobody here. So
I've
that's
learned,
big
what I've learned through the lockdown is I've learned the entire art of social
production.
media. I'm so bad at it, like these Insta lives, and because I don't know eventually what to talk and what to say, uh, and how should I click better pictures for the so-called likes and reach. But I've learned so much. I've learned how to use filters. So
Wow.
now I, so so I will definitely apply them somewhere in my life now.
In my life or in my life?
Well, kind of both.
No, that's good. Life has changed for the better, and I think your post and feed as well is kind of getting a bit more introspective, like you said, because you are obviously
Yeah,
exploring more as well. I'm like, wow.
it is
But
like I've learned how to cook now. My mother can't say that तुम्हें कुछ करना नहीं आता life में. I'm sure a lot of participants out here have done some household chores which they never thought about क्योंकि रामू काका और कांता बहन घर पे थे. अभी खुद करना पड़ा है बहुत लोगों को. तो I think it's a learning यार. I think 20 years down the line, I don't know about my generation, but I'm sure the boys and girls who are in college now, they'll tell their kids, तुम्हें क्या पता hardship क्या होती है? We went through a lockdown. You don't know what happened. So I think it's history being created, I feel.
I think for me, I prepped myself long back when I actually decided to marry in London because कांताबाई तो वैसे ही गई. यहाँ पे सारा काम मुझे day one से करना पड़ रहा था जब से मेरी शादी यहाँ पे हुई. So of course that was 5 years ago. So I feel I was well prepared for a COVID lockdown then, and I was like, hi, everyone's complaining, खुद काम करना है, मैं तो कब से कर रही हूँ. So I was at least anything that life throws at you, it always makes you a better, more equipped person.
Tarini, you tell us, what did you do in your lockdown?
I studied.
Don't lie.
I mean, like
Other
I'm into
than
content
missing your
creation.
boyfriend or your friends, what did you do?
We are live right now, so maybe later on we'll have a conversation backstage.
Wow. Even mom and dad are live, God.
Okay, so now thank you so much for your insights, and I'm sure everybody in lockdown has learned something or the other. So let's begin with the event.
Yep.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the most awaited event of Kiran, Mr. and Miss Kiran. Before we start with the event, let's give a thank to all of our dear sponsors: Nushtra Vastra, RK Brownies, the Studio Salon, Off Kick, Mind Guardian, and Funk Street. A big thank you to all of our sponsors for sponsoring this event. We received numerous entries, but only the selected 12 have made it to the final round of Mr. and Miss Kiran. The participants previously have gone through the tough selection process where they were judged on their personality and talent. But out of these 12 finalists, only 2 of them will grab the prestigious title of Mr. and Miss Kiran. Today, to judge our finalists, we have 2 very special and honorable judges, Mr. Karan Wahi and Miss Supreet Bedi. Ms. Supreet Bedi is spontaneous and dynamic in nature and an educationalist by profession. Ms. Supreet's passion lies in anchoring. In a career span of 12 years, Ms. Supreet has hosted more than 1,800 events, numerous celebrity interviews, and live sessions with the biggest of Hollywood and Bollywood stars. She has comfortably transitioned across genres from entertainment to lifestyle, fashion, and sports. Nominated for the best debut in the Punjabi film Fateh, Ms. Supreet has also acted in films like Rock On, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and the popular Drama 24. With an appreciable international exposure, Ms. Supreet is also a personality enhancement expert and a pattern trainer honing the skills of future aspirants. She strongly believes that life isn't about being who you are. Instead, it is creating what you want to be. And confident personalities is what she is set out to create through her latest YouTube channel called Superability by Supreet Bedi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here and gracing us with your presence today.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for this lovely introduction. And of course, thank you to the Kiran Committee as well and KC College for this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. We're lucky to have you here today.
Supreet, I just feel so like I heard everything that she said. You've done 1,800 events.
Isn't that what you would do as an anchor? See, you're also an actor primarily. I am primarily an anchor. So yeah, that's just how it goes.
My direct calculation went, that's a lot of money.
Not when you're living in England.
Along with Ms. Bedi, we have the man who needs no introduction. His looks and his work speaks for himself. We have Mr. Karan Wahi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
I'm just glad you didn't say anything about my work, because I would feel so small with this woman doing so much work.
But now the problem is that all the credit went to your looks. That makes me look like I don't have any. So now I'm a bit confused as well.
That's what happens when you get married.
Damn it.
I personally feel that you are gorgeous and you are handsome. And I'm sure everybody here would agree.
Thank you.
Okay.
And if
So
anybody doesn't agree,
watch our participants
we'll still
go to
not
the
mark
third
you.
and the final.
Sorry.
to watch our participants to go through the third and final round, which, by the way, was a surprise round for all of our participants. In this round, the participants will be talking for a minute on the topic given to them by the judges. After a minute is over, the judges will be questioning the participants on their responses to the given topic. A note for the judges as well as the participants: engaging in any kind of obscenity, profanity, vulgarity, and stating any political or social statements will not be tolerated and lead to negative marking. The participants will have a minute to speak, and to help them with the time, we have the IPF team. After every 15 seconds, they will show the thumbs up reaction like this to give you guys a warning. And after 1 minute, they will show the celebratory reaction like this to indicate that your time is up. So that is it for the rules and regulations. Before we start with the event, I would like to ask our judges if they have any advice or pointers for the participants to keep in mind while answering the questions.
Don't think.
I just want to tell people you're on YouTube. Just just remember whatever you say will be there for the rest of your life. That's all.
ये तो डरा दिया बच्चों को वाह वाह वाह
डरा नहीं रहा हूं मैं. I'm it's like there are times when sometimes you say things because you believe in them, but you go in the flow and you just say things that you may not completely be politically correct about. So I just advise everybody, say what you feel, just don't be politically incorrect because it's going to be on YouTube, and I don't want you to feel really bad about it 5 or 10 years down the line.
Karan, are you talking of experience?
I'm talking with experience. I have done a lot of things that I today regret because at that time I thought, so what? I don't care. I'm speaking my mind, but it's come back after some time to bite me at a very wrong place.
Okay, ma'am, would you like to say something?
I think with this, I would say, instead of trying to impress with your answers, just be yourself. You are a certain person. You have certain beliefs. Just let us feel your personality, because end of the day, this is what this contest is all about. So let us see that Miss and Mr. Kiran right there in you. I mean, it's such a beautiful name as well, Kiran. Come on, give us the hope that you are the next title holder.
Okay, so now that we have all of that out of the way, let's move ahead to test the wit, humor, and personality of our participants. So first up, we have PRNC06. Miss Supreet Bedi, I would like you to ask the first question.
All right. May I see? Hello there. So you are PRNC06. It's like robotic names, really. I feel like I'm talking to one. But my advice would be also to keep smiling throughout people, because at the end of the day, we don't want to be marking robots, right? So let me see your personality shine through. Don't just sit like that. Move your hands if you have to. Just be free. Okay? Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with just that. Before I give you the topic, how are you feeling today about this contest?
Honestly, I'm a bit nervous. So this is the first time I have managed to qualify in a competition where I have to, show my personality instead of my talent. So there's a huge difference between them. You have to take care of a lot of things. So that's all.
Of course. So I'm going to keep things light, and I'm going to start by this question that actually boggles me, and that's how I will get my topic as well. So I love to paint my nails. I think many women do. And every time I'm painting mine, my 3-year-old boy comes to me and says, "Mommy, can I do that as well?" And I will say, instinctively, I will say no. And then I'll be like, what logic do I give? Because I'm such a logical person. And I'm always thinking, how do I put this in better words? And what is the correct answer to this? So I think my topic for you today is boys with nail polishes.
Okay, so first of all, I can't disagree with this, that this is a stereotype clearly, which we, teach to babies from their birth itself, that what boys are supposed to do, what girls are supposed to do. Even a boy thinks a lot before wearing a pink color, and even a girl thinks a lot before playing any of the sports. So, painting our nails is not a problem as such, but it's completely different, it's completely new. You want to try it, but I feel like you can even give it a boyish touch if you want. So you can go for certain color codes for that you can give a creativity to it so that it appears a little different, that if this person is trying this, it's unique. And I think this is the way you can boost up or create an art itself, that is you let the kid do it with like in his own way, and ultimately find out whether he likes it or not, or whether he can do something unique from it. Because I feel this is the first step of creativity, and this will be the first canvas which he will get, like one of the first canvas which he will get. That's all.
All right, thank you. Is that something you will try personally?
Well, so far I haven't tried this, and I think my creativity lies in my talent, that is dancing. So, and I'm not good with colors, I'm not good at painting, so definitely I'm not going to try it.
So can you give me a dance move just sitting the way you are in this frame itself?
Okay, I have learned a bit of turning, so I can do it. So, like, you need a beat to it, and then you can make angles out of it. So, since I have a smaller frame, I can even stretch my hands and make 90 degrees. So, should I give you a blog out of it?
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, sure. Just a second.
Don't you think painted nails would look really bad, really good when you do all of that? Painted nails would look really good when you do all of that.
Okay, I can like, it's a different you know, a flavor to the dance. So maybe yeah, maybe no.
You know, next time maybe when you perform for an audience, you can get into a getup that the painted nails go with. You never know.
So may I add something to it?
Yeah, yeah.
So there is a new dance form. It's derived from jazz itself. So what happens is that boys dance on high heels, and
Okay.
we can add nail paints to it, I think. So once I learn how to dance on high heels, I can add that up. So it will give a next level of, you know, creativity to that form itself.
Done. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, PRNC06, for your response to the topic. So, ma'am, do you have any more questions for him?
I can go with generic questions if you want me to.
It's like really on you. If you would like to ask him
your-
more questions, you can go ahead.
What's your
Both of
name?
y'all.
PRNC. What's your name?
They are not allowed to reveal the names, sir.
Damn.
Did you get to choose these numbers, 06 or the code, or you were just given it?
They were
were
assigned
allotted.
the numbers
So,
from the college. Yeah.
so PRNC06, if you were to ask one question to yourself today, which one would it be?
One question to myself. The first or the basic one is, where do I see myself from 10 years from now? Because this is a question which I answer to myself every day morning. That what I want to be, what I want to do, and where am I headed? That's the main question, I think.
And the answer is a dancer in high heels wearing paint?
No, sorry, ma'am. There is a lot more to do it, like a lot more to add in it. Definitely a dancer, definitely try high heels, definitely I can try nail paint. If I get, honestly, if I get an audience who can accept something like that and they don't judge. Like, you need artists in front of you many a times. I'm not saying that people are not artists. I'm just saying that you need an acceptance, that's all. So for example, if you're going to dance on high heels, people in UK, people in Europe can easily accept it as compared to any of the other Eastern hemisphere. And to add into it, I'm trying to become a market analyst also. So one of my passion is to, you know, predict the stock prices, do fundamental and technical analysis. I write blogs also. So I have a wider definition for myself.
Wow.
Very impressive.
But
So good luck.
you know, you want your question that what do you want to, you know, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? I'll give you a small thing that I've been doing for over 25 years. So I used to do this question thing to myself when I just started off my career, and then I started writing a book. Then I started writing a letter to myself. So it's basically a letter to yourself in the future. So write down, if this resonates with you, try this. Write down a letter to yourself 10 years from now on the same day, writing what you want to be, what do you think you will be, and what you are right now. And post that letter to yourself, get it, and keep that letter with you for 10 years and open it on the same date that the marker says. And then judge yourself what you've done. You will be surprised. I'm telling you, there'll be things that you wanted to do which you've done and you didn't even realize. There would be things that would be completely different to what you wanted to be, and you're excelling in them. And then there'll be things that'll actually surprise you. So if this resonates with you, try this today.
Sure, sir. Definitely, I will.
Karan, so now that you have mentioned this letter, is there anything that you wrote in your letter that you
I did.
remember and would like
I
to share?
I actually wrote on my 18th birthday. I'd written a letter to myself for a 30-year-old me, uh, saying, writing down things that I thought I will be, uh, writing down things that I wanted, material things, non-material things, and and also writing down things that, who I am today. Uh, to my surprise, when I opened that letter on my 30th birthday, who I was at 18, I don't even remember that boy. Like, I don't even know if this was me. I'd written three things specifically, which I wanted, and because uh, in 2004 I was 18 years old and I had that adrenaline rush of buying cars and wanting a certain kind of car. I didn't even realize I had written a car with a number plate that I actually own even today.
Woohoo! These are the only
Wow.
hear of. Wow.
And there are sometimes it's just it's probably within you. You've mentioned it to yourself someday, and it just resonates somehow. There were so many things that are different what was written in the letter. So when this happened on my 30th, then I wrote another one for my 40th. And it's been like 4 years now,
Wow.
so I don't even remember what I've written in it.
But that is cool. I'm sure a lot of people will be trying that here. Okay. So next up, we have CC069. And Karan sir, I'd like you to give the topic.
Okay. Hi, who's CC6069? Um, I can't. Oh, hello. Hi. I can't hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm great.
How's your lockdown been?
My lockdown has been pretty happening, I can say, because I tried keeping myself busy because initially I was just like my mind was clogged with thoughts. So I had to, because I'm a very like I can't be like I have to keep doing something, otherwise it just drives me crazy. So I had to find activities to keep myself busy. And when I found that space where I could be productive and I could do my thing, I was at content. But now I'm coming to college and also it's good again. How was your lockdown?
My lockdown was very good. Yeah, my lockdown, like I said earlier, I, I tried out so many different things. I learned so many new things. I like to be. I'm usually a home person. I like to be, spending time at home because all my friends actually come over mostly. Uh, but this was a different experience being alone, home, trying to figure out things, trying to live through the lockdown. And I'm just glad, and I think I've just gotten used to it. Like, since the lockdown also has been over for more than 5 months now in India, I spend more time at home than I spend at coffee shops now, uh, which uh, which has made me, uh, I think, probably a little calmer and a little more patient. But what was that one thing that you actually did in the lockdown that you felt really productive about?
The one thing, okay, but this is going to be such a. So, one thing that I learned during the lockdown was that I have to take it one day at a time,
Okay.
because you don't know what's going to happen one week, later, because it was crazy. The world was going through such a mess at that point of time. We were all confined. We were all just dealing with ourselves. And it was so messy. So, we had to take it one day at a time. But the most productive things that I did during the lockdown were I did three internships, and I wasn't just lounging around in college and doing college fests. I took up three internships, and I was like, okay, no matter how they are and what I go through, I'm gonna finish them. I'm not just gonna sit in college and chill with my friends or just go out for a drive or whatever. I'm gonna professionally sit down, think about what I want to do, 5 years down the line with my career, and take up internships that actually help me, sort of envision what I want to do, or I need to know what I like and I need to know what I enjoy doing. So I did that, and I learned quite a lot. I think the person that I was in March 2020 and the person that I am in January 2021, I think I know a lot. Like, and it can be very different for another person because I learned so much professionally. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think I sort of got a lot of exposure in a very different sort of aspect in life that I wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't for the lockdown, for sure.
I'm glad things have happened for the better for you, and I hope you actually achieve what you want. But now I'll ask you a question that is kind of related to the lockdown, because it's a topic which I've heard a lot about. Considering in the lockdown, most of us were talking and chatting and doing Zoom calls and all that jazz. So your topic is autocorrect can ruin your life. Do you think yes?
Autocorrect has ruined my life multiple times.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'll tell you honestly, it's a double-edged sword. Huh? It can ruin your life or it can make your life. It's a make or break thing. Imagine if I wanted to write something absolutely horrible and autocorrect made it like, a better word, I'm going to be saved. It's like, okay, I wanted to use probably a curse word, but autocorrect made it something else. So it's a duck now. So you're a duck. It's good, right? So see, it's going to ruin everything. Everything has there are two sides to a coin. It's a double-edged sword. If it's going to ruin me, it's also going to make me. It's how I take it, right? So I think autocorrect has ruined my life when I was in school because I'm such an impulsive person. It's not even real. I do things extremely impulsively. So if something's annoying me, I'll be like, "Arey, dude, you're annoying me," or whatever. So that's just me as a person. So I think autocorrect can properly break me, and it can also make me. If I'm calm and all, I'll properly be like, okay, I'm frame a message, but I'm very grammatically correct. So autocorrect doesn't make a thing that way. So I, like to put I don't like using short forms in text and all. I get very irritated. I'll be like, just you say thank you now. What is TY? It's so informal and disrespectful. Somebody is wishing you happy birthday and then you use TY. It's better if your autocorrect is making it thank you. So no, I like that. But I think there's this new thing that Apple does where, you can put these short forms and it automatically corrects you to the full form. Like it automatically makes the full form. So that's really cool. So if that autocorrect is doing, I'm very thankful for myself and for other people.
wow, I hope the autocorrect works for you in the longer run.
I
Because
hope, I genuinely hope. But no, it actually genuinely helps, when you're writing a formal message and sometimes you just have this brain fade moment, you don't realize what the spelling is. Like sometimes I'm asking myself the spelling of question or convenience and you're like, oh my God, should I just go back to first grade or something? But then that's when autocorrect comes in and your knight in shining armor and it's going to help you.
That
no,
was definitely a. Oh,
but
Kansa, continue.
what happens is I've realized there are a lot of times that with autocorrect, sometimes words that you use the most keep popping up, first. So this happened to me. This happened to a friend. We wanted to say something, and sometimes all of us have the habit to type so fast,
Yeah.
uh, and I was not embarrassed about what I sent. I was embarrassed about because my friend knew that this is the word that I use the most.
But that's our phones right now. It's so weird that our phones know everything. Like they know everything that we're gonna do. It knows what we're gonna say. It knows what we want. But that's like cookies now. But it's literally so weird. Like you're thinking you want a bag, and your phone will literally show you the bag that you want.
But you know why that
It's
happens.
bringing the world closer. But cookies, yeah, like the thing. When we open
No,
a
but
site and they
they
ask us,
don't like
would
it.
you want to allow
They don't
cookies?
like it. They give you an option of not getting a bag as soon as you think about it. You can just buy the Nokia 1100
No,
that I used in 2001, and there are no cookies. Nobody will be able to trace you.
but I think, see, exactly now again a double-edged sword. Now imagine if I just thought about it and I searched it and I forgot, and one day suddenly I get a recommendation and I'm like, oh, I had to buy a bag. Like, okay, so if mummy is telling me something and I've forgotten about it, then my Google SEO is really helping me. It's saving me from all the scolding that I'm going to get in the future.
Super.
On that note, I would like to ask you, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in your life?
If you ask my friends now, they'll tell you every minute that you're walking with Matisha, it's so embarrassing because she'll do something like she'll end up laughing too loud. And the one embarrassing thing that I always do is, if you ask me not to look now, I'll always look. Don't look, there's someone, I'll look. It's just so instinctive. But okay, I'll tell you a very funny thing that happened last week. We were practicing for Kiran only. It's embarrassing, it's funny, I don't even know what it is. So there was like a little incident in college and we were panicking and all. And me, like a foolish person, I ran on the road. Without my footwear, without anything, I'm just running on the road. And it was so embarrassing because there was like literally everyone from my college. There's like the Pune, there's people from KC also. And there's everyone, there's literally everyone. And I was just running. And then I had a little accident, but it was very traumatizing. It was later so embarrassing. My friends were like, why were you running on the road? Like, were you thinking before you were doing? So anything, that's me. I do a lot of embarrassing things.
Like
I
taking
might
your
say something that I don't have to say.
like taking your name when you're not
Like
supposed to.
I'm did I take my name? No, I didn't take my name. Yeah, see, that would have been a very embarrassing thing. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, did I actually take my name? No, I didn't.
This entire thing of I will do what I'm not told to do could be a problem, because there would be a guy one day who will ask you to marry him, and because he'll say don't marry me. So because he's told you not to marry him, you will marry him.
No. I'm that way. I'm sorted. Like I know what I want and I know what I want to do.
Pakka. Are you sure?
Pakka. Like now if I know what I want to do in life, but I'm just like, I'm a very impulsive person. Like sometimes like the thing with me is I'm very impulsive in the way of what I want. Like if I want something, I just want it and I have to get it. Like I have to get it. It's just, I know it can be bad sometimes, but like I try using it in my favor.
I want to ask you a question from the way it's nothing. It's not that it's nothing negative. But I have a sister who talks at the speed at which you talk. So when you talk to Siri or when you talk to any of these AI devices, do they understand you also? Because you're like,
So,
no, 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 no. Like, don't they say, can you please say it again?
forget Siri. My friends tell me that. My friends are like, will you stop talking? Like, shh. So I talk a lot. Like I talk way too much. Like I love talking. I love to talk. You just sit with me and I'll have like a long conversation with you about absolutely nothing. So, but yeah, that happens with me multiple times. With Siri, with my friends, my parents also. They're like, "Hey, will you stop talking? Give the other person the opportunity to talk." I am very talkative. It can sometimes help me to sort of lighten up the mood and all, but other times I'm just jabbering.
It's okay. It's good.
Okay, so a question from me
Get
then.
a career out of it.
Yeah. No, we will invite no competition. What are you talking about? All right. So I wanted to understand, this is of course a personality contest, and you come across as a very bubbly personality, which your family and friends would agree. But do you think a bubbly personality is in fact an impressive personality?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like a bubbly person might also come off as someone who's, trying to put up like a facade. You know what I mean? Like in a way that, people end up believing that you're trying to make them have this, you're trying to build this impression that you're like this amazing person who's, who's so talkative and who's so approachable. But then behind the scenes, you're not that person. So sometimes it can actually work negatively for you because See, honestly, for me, I am this bubbly. I'm this bubbly almost always, but the bubbly personality sometimes works negatively for me because people think I'm like this intimidating person who's just, putting up this facade of trying to, be like extremely impressive and all of that. But deep down, I'm like, extremely like mellow and like low key and all. But I think, yeah, a bubbly personality sometimes may be impressive, but only for like for the initial stages. And then when you like dwell deeper, you'll feel like, bro, like it's hollow. You can't always just be bubbly, bubbly, bubbly if you do not have any depth to the conversation that you're having. Like I can keep talking, I wouldn't have any meaning to what I'm saying, right? So the bubbliness doesn't really help me. If I'm talking and I have a lot of depth and a lot of meaning to what I'm saying, it can be bubbly, it can be subtle. I'm going to convey what I want to convey. So I think at the end of the day, it's not about how bubbly or how low key you are. It's about what you speak and how you convey what you want to convey. And I think you can convey it anyway if like
Fair.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
So we are
Thank
having
you. I hope you all have a
technical
lovely evening ahead. It was great talking to you all.
Okay, so we are having a technical glitch with the green screen, so I'm here on the laptop now.
Wow.
Welcome to
We
the
have
real world.
backup. We have backups.
For 2 seconds, I was like, I've seen this girl somewhere.
Okay, so next up we have CC081, and Miss Bailey, I would like you to take it ahead with the topic.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hello there. Yes, I can.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am absolutely good and shocked to be here. How are you doing?
Fabulous. I'm very well as well. So
I suppose it's morning over there. Did you have your cuppa?
I did have my cuppa. The fact that you has already.
I'm glad.
So did you wear a shirt to impress the judges, or are you generally a formal
Oh,
person?
no, I'm not a formal person. Actually, prior to this pageant, I was attending an international conference from my college.
Woohoo.
So yes, so it's like the same thing that I'm wearing.
Right. So I'm going to, obviously, you seem like somebody with great knowledge and a great background at that, but I want to see if you do have a lighter side to you as well. So let me ask you if there is a particular Bollywood character that you associate with in terms of personality and why. Not an actor, a character.
Character. All right. So I don't believe that I would actually. I'm a boy. I'm an 18 years old man. If I would say like that, I don't usually like. I wouldn't say that I'd limit myself to only male characters, but I also look over to female character as well because I sometimes relate to some of them to a huge extent. So I would say Kangana Ranaut's character in Queen. I would say I don't know. I just kind of relate to her a lot because let's face it. Because even in the past, like I was kind of a little within myself and just getting affected by someone else's word, how she was in the movie, and then she later went and had this adventure of hers, and then she escaped all of her whatever she was bothered with, and she, how do I say, just she lifted up the bar. She practically lifted up the bar. And I did that once and twice and thrice. And then I realized, oh, actually, my life is actually, I feel important to myself in this way. And I should actually do more of this stuff. Which is why one of the reasons why I've actually participated in this pageant is not because I'm not really confident, but I really wanted to kind of set the bar higher. I wanted to try something new. I don't want my life to be boring. I just want to do something adventurous all the time. So yes, that's like one of the characters I relate most to, I would say.
And what's the most adventurous thing you've done so far?
The most adventurous thing I have done so far, that part is, I would say it's rather confidential and personal, but I think I have the courage to speak up in public, like how I'm doing right now. I've done that a lot, many times. I've lost counts on my fingers. I've literally done that in front of like thousands and thousands of people. I was I would say not a very social person. I was can say that I was an introvert, and I had this fear of um, my feet used to get cold when I have to speak in public. And now that I can, I just feel really empowering that I have the power to change people's minds and be really influential and use my voice in some way. I feel that I'm heard. So yes,
So the person you were and the person you've become now, have you in that transformation somewhere lost your
right,
real self as well, do you feel, or this is really the
definitely
projection
no.
you want to give to the world now?
Definitely not. I've not lost myself in that way. It's just that there is always a room for improvement. I think I was concealed with layers of thoughts and mm, uh, non-believable thoughts of myself that I just didn't realize that I could actually do this thing as well. Until you don't try something, you don't get to know that, oh, I'm this kind of person as well. You know, it's just the same as you have a son. All right, he is a child right now. He's exploring himself. Later, when he grows, he might just change some of his decisions, and then he realizes, oh, I'm this kind of person. I didn't realize that I was this back then. The same is with me. I didn't realize that I am this kind of person. And now that I've experimented with myself, explored myself, and I think that's really common for people to do that. Now I can realize, I can really confidently say that I am this person and I'm really comfortable in my skin and I love myself the way I am. I have no self-doubts. Definitely there is another room for, there's much more to do in life. There's always a room for improvement. I would definitely love to explore that area of mine. But for as of now, I'm really happy with the way I am. How do I say, like, whatever you have today is what you prayed for once. I prayed for this day, and now that I'm here, I'm really happy. I am really happy.
What you seek is seeking you, like they say. But I have
Exactly,
to say,
definitely.
at 18, what you're doing is commendable. You've already achieved that. As a personality trainer, I can safely say that what you're doing isn't an easy task. If
Thank
you're
you
an
so
introvert
much.
and you try and be somebody who you are today, it's a very hard ship to sail, and I'm proud that you've taken that moment.
Thank you so much. That is very kind of you, ma'am.
All right, now it's an extension to the same thing I just asked you about your character, and you picked on another mouse character. Now, the
All
same
right.
character you were taking out on a dinner date. So tell me, what
Oh,
is it that you would be wearing on the day? What do you want her to wear on the day? And what would be the conversation between you two?
she can wear whatever she wants. I don't mind. She can just come in like I just want the company like, because that she's the character that I really admire and I kind of relate to. She can wear whatever she wants. I just need I just want her to be herself. So that's when I could actually connect with her. That's when we can have a real conversation. For me, I would wear something really comfortable because definitely I should be really comfortable with myself to actually connect with another person. Until you're not comfortable with someone, you won't be able to connect with another person at all. So definitely something comfortable, something that I'm like wearing right now, a shirt, jeans. I'm wearing jeans right now, by the way. So I'm not in boxers like how most of the people are during attending lectures and during conferences and all of that. So yeah, something really comfortable, and then we can go out and eat something. Perhaps we can even go to some, let's say, some trampoline park where we can actually, be really exuberant and just jump around everywhere, and we can just talk about life in general. How is life going? And I would love to know how her beliefs are. I would like to share my beliefs because in the movie, her character is not shown to be really perfect, and when actually this notion comes, when a person is shown imperfect, they are, I don't know why, for me, I just consider them more human because that's how actually humans are. There are, nobody's perfect. Let's face that, nobody's perfect, nor am I. And I'm sure not are you or even Karan sir for that matter. So yes, I do believe that. I mean, you're perfect the way you are, but
That's it. Negative marking just for that. Did you just?
I am so sorry. I meant to say you're perfect the way you are, but for being perfect with everything, how movies show us, it's far from reality. And I think that was very real what her character was, being flawed and trying to overcome her fears. And yeah, just an imperfect human. I would love to have a real conversation with a real human, an imperfect one. And I would love that.
Thank you, Karan. Do you jump around with your date? Is that your
I just,
fantasy of
I
date?
just love the fact that you have this kind of acceptance about how you were, and
Yeah,
I'm so happy that you've done something about things that you felt you wanted to improve on. Because
right.
when you're 18, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can only say it with experience that when I was 18, yes, there were things that I felt I wanted to improve on. But most of the things that I wanted to improve on uh, were also not coming from my own perspective. They were more of लोग क्या सोचेंगे या दुनिया क्या सोचती है. So
Right.
it's so heartwarming to actually see you accepting certain things and also working on them, and then eventually you're also happy about the fact that this is what you wanted to achieve, or this is the day that you wanted to actually reach till, and still there is so much more to go.
Absolutely.
It's so heartwarming, yeah, to actually meet someone who's your age and who thinks like this. Because I feel, I'm sure there's also a very big generation gap now between you and I, and
For sure.
how probably in my era at 18 we used to think. I'm sure you guys thought like that at probably 14, 15, and probably till 18 you're way more evolved than we were. But I'm so glad, and keep up this thought and this spirit. What do you want to be in life, if I can ask? Like, what do you want to be like?
Sure. My goal is to become a filmmaker. So yes, I am. In fact, I'm doing a course. I'm in first year BAFT NMP, which is Bachelor of Arts in Film, Television, and New Media Production. And yeah, I love films. I watch films. I love filmmaking. I love to create. So perhaps we can catch up if I ever become a filmmaker.
Please, I will come outside your office and give an audition. The first
I'm sorry about the negative marking before. I'm just making it positive.
Perfect, perfect.
but all the best, man. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well
Thank
done.
you so
Well
much.
done. Thanks.
So I love how interesting all of the conversations are. I, as a person who is here on the side listening to all of it, I absolutely love it. And I'm sure the Kiran committee is also enjoying it, as well as our audience. So next up, we have CISO01. And Karan sir, I'd like you to give him the topic.
I'm sorry. Who's next?
Yeah, here I'm CC001.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And this sounds really weird. Hi, I'm CC001.
Yeah,
Kudos to you guys. How have you been? How's your lockdown? How's life after lockdown?
it's been great. Like, I personally am a very outgoing person, so it's very difficult, but I keep on going for drives and stuff. And like, I'm at home. I love singing, so like, I sing a lot in my free time. So it's been great like that.
Have you been wearing your mask?
Yes, definitely. I am so scared of this pandemic.
Chalo, good, good. Acha, so before I give you your topic, I want to ask you. So considering uh, we've been at home, all of us, and we've been, I'm sure, watching a lot of television and a lot of news. Do you watch news by any chance? Like
I
sometimes
I
ever?
try to, but I don't think I watch it a lot. Like,
But
in
you know what's going around, like what's happening in India on the political front, the big news. Do you know, right?
I can try, but I'm not
You know who
sure
our
if
prime
I'm
minister is?
sorry.
You know who our prime minister is?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know, right? So that's
Yeah.
what. That's what. So
Okay.
so basically, why I'm saying this to you is because my question is related to our prime minister. So I just wanted to understand before I give you this topic that do you have any political views?
No, not as of now. No.
You're okay with the prime, like you like him also, and you like. Do you like him? Do you not like him, or you're okay both ways?
Yeah, okay, both ways. I think he's great.
He's great.
Yeah.
Chalo. So then, without making you more nervous, I'll give you the topic. So if
Okay.
you had to, are you sure you want to answer this? CC001.
I'm
Okay.
yep.
If you have a chance to party with Shri Narendra Modi ji, what would be the theme and why?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. That would be an honor to be able to have a party, to attend a party where he is attending. So I
You have to
would
set up the
want
theme.
pick up a theme.
You have to set up the theme and the party. So what would be it be and why?
Okay. So I would want the theme to be like a masquerade theme, but I would want to know what mask he's wearing. So like I would personally know who he is, and nobody else could find him, but I can like point him out and go and like have a good conversation to him. So yeah, like I would want the theme to be like a masquerade party, and I would personally want to select a mask for him, so like I would know who he is.
And what else would you think would be there in the party? Like because it's like a proper party. Imagine it's like your Conti parties that you have after college.
Okay, there could be like good DJ music, obviously, food, and there would be like certain different kind of games. So if I had to like you know, like have decide certain games, then I would like have I would love to have like a slow dance with him. So you know, we can have like a ballroom kind of effect also. But yeah, that's it. Like
Sorry,
You
what's
don't
the
want
mask you would pick for him? I'm intrigued to know.
oh my God. Okay, so it would be like orange in color with like diamonds and stuff on it. Because I love orange and I think I've seen him wear orange like quite often.
you know
So
why he wears orange often? That's the BJP color.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But he doesn't wear diamonds often, so that's something you want to put on his orange.
Yes.
And
Like
why? Are you a blingy person?
I could like I can say I'm in the middle, not very blingy, not like I love like wearing rings and I like wearing a necklace, so, like just in the middle. So that's why like I would like to have his like I would like his mask to have like real diamonds, which I would get for him. So yeah.
Which will then be stolen and will become a political thriller.
No, it couldn't be so.
Actually, Karan, I want to know your answer as well. I think for me, it will be truth or dare. I want to play that with him. What is it that you want to do?
I would love to host a party for him. Like I would like my party theme or my party songs would be only around his taglines. Like Namo is like the entire slogan for our prime minister. So I'm gonna make sure that there are songs which have that word. Like there is that one song from that film that Namo Namo there's some songs. Of course, it'll be an orange theme party.
Yeah.
Uh, that way we can also call Mr. Donald Trump, considering there is some relevance there. And I'm sure the food has to be vegetarian, considering he's from Gujarat. So we'll keep it a non-alcoholic
Yes.
vegetarian
Well, I'm
party.
from Gujarat, so I would definitely keep it like a non-alcoholic vegetarian. Yeah.
And instead of the paneer tikkas and the chicken tikkas, we'll serve theplas and khakras and fafdas uh, with like a bit of spicy sauces and all. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Done. So if
I'm coming to that
we have,
party. I haven't partied in a while now because of lockdown. But when it opens, that's the first party I'm coming to.
yeah, if this party happens, and I think we should also, if this ever happens, we'll create a really nice invite, invitation card for it, which starts with दोस्तों. See, these are the bloopers I do when this comes on YouTube. Then I'll cry. So I will not talk about this party anymore myself. I am the
There are songs already, right, from his speeches that people have taken
yeah.
it together with like beats at the back. I think those are good enough as party music, right?
So we'll have a lot of people. We'll have people with candles. We'll have people bajawing thalis outside. That'll be like the highlight of the party. No, but that's not a bad thing. We all did that. Okay, how many of you lit that candle on the night when our prime minister said that we should? And I genuinely believed in it without any, without saying anything else. Did you guys do it? Okay, some of you did it. And how
I
many of you bajaut that thali.
Yeah, I did it.
So a lot of us did it. I just feel like I personally believe I do things that resonate with me and have a meaning behind it. Like the meaning behind for me lighting a candle was not that Corona is going to go, or even when we were beating, our thalis, Corona is not going to go. It was just a sense of being together, being together in it. Considering all of us were in the lockdown for such a long time, and I remember seeing so many people outside in their balconies, it just gave me a sense of want to carry on. So I feel we'll do things that you believe in, and rest it's fine. But you have to still make this party happen. CC001,
Yeah.
undercover agent.
I'm gonna take a few tips from what you said, like all the orange theme and stuff. So,
Do not quote me. That's it. I don't want to get into another controversy.
okay, sure.
So, are you into what are your hobbies? What is it that you like to do apart from arranging parties and masquerades?
Okay, I really love to sing. So I just like I can any time of the day I can just like get up, sit on my piano and just play a few chords and like sing along. So that is my hobby. And I mean, other than that, also like I'm very active in nature. So like I take part in different kind of activities, like let it be parasailing or trekking or anything. So like that's why I said that I'm very outgoing. So it's very difficult for me to like stay inside my house, inside my room, and do nothing at all. Like it's very difficult. So yeah.
Can you sing a line for us if that's possible?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What would you prefer, Hindi or English?
How about Gujarati?
Okay, yeah, okay. डोरी खींची डोरी पलने की तूने मोरी मेरे सपनों को चुराया सारी रात. The Gujarati part is coming now. तेरी लाडकी मैं तेरी लाडकी मैं तेरी लाडकी मैं छोड़ूंगी ना तेरा साथ. ओ रे ओ पारे बड़ा तू काले ओढ़ी जाज रे. ओ रे ओ पारे बड़ा तू काले ओढ़ी जाज रे. मारी हाथों रही जाने आज निरात. आंबड़ी ने पीपड़ी रे हो आंबड़ी ने पीपड़ी रे जोशे तारी वाट रे भीड़ा मड़ी करश हमें फरिया तेरी लाडकी मैं छोड़ूंगी ना तेरा साथ. Thank you.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But it also tells me that you actually are more confident in singing than in a normal conversation, I feel. So when you do part and you leave, can you just say that in a singing voice and tone instead? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like to say your bye-bye in like a singing way and go.
Okay. It was good to know y'all, and thank you so much for this. I mean,
I thought you say अच्छा चलती हूँ दुआओं में याद रखना.
oh yes, God. अच्छा चलती हूँ दुआओं में याद रखना.
Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
definitely have to say you have an amazing voice. Everybody here enjoyed the performance. We were all literally jamming to it. We were into it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. So next up, we have PRNC04. Ms. Bedi, I would like you to give them the topic.
Right. Who do we have now?
PRNC04.
Just waiting for them to pop on my screen.
Hi, how are y'all?
Hi there. How are you?
I'm amazing. Pretty excited. Looking forward.
You are amazing, huh? Already decided. Nice. So are you cold where you are? Is it a weather thing that you're wearing a high neck, or this is just
No,
style
no.
choice?
This is just the more presentable outfit I thought of wearing over here. And plus, I have to go out after this. So prepared.
Oh, so you're going out in anticipation that you've actually won this and you're celebrating. Is that what's happening?
Not really, but I would really like it to happen.
Right. So you look like somebody who knows the importance of dressing. Is that something that you're into normally?
Yes, even for lectures, meeting, or whatever it may be, I really love dressing up appropriately, but not to show, just for myself.
Right. So my question, or the topic for you rather, is that if you had to make your best friend wear the most embarrassing costume ever, which one would it be and why?
Oh, so this is actually something that I've really thought about. My best friend really, so it's a typical thing between best friends that they hate the other person. So the most embarrassing outfit that I would make him wear is a outfit of myself, like complete depiction of myself with a mask of me and an outfit that I would usually wear. So he'll be pretty embarrassed, and I'll definitely ask him to portray myself in reality. I would ask him to do the things that I do. I would ask him to eat vegetarian, considering my best friend is a non-vegetarian and he doesn't like eating Jain food, and I'm a Jain. So I'd definitely ask him to eat Jain food for a whole day and portray myself. So that would be pretty embarrassing for him. I would definitely ask him to embarrass himself more by going up and talking to girls, considering I'm an introvert and I have no idea how to talk to girls. So I would definitely ask him to do that. I would definitely embarrass him all day long and then wait for all the beating that is going to be buffered up for me the next day.
And would his costume, as in being him, be the most embarrassing costume for you then?
No, definitely not, because I don't really consider embarrassment as an embarrassment. As long as everyone's having a good laugh, it's all good.
Sounds good. So by that logic, with what you said, see, I didn't know that about guys. I don't know if that's true, Karan. Is that what you would probably make Ritwik wear? Because that's what best friends do. Is that the kind of spite one has for each other as male friends?
I think it's probably because I feel unless and until you're too much into fashion and dressing up, or it's like for him, like I can talk about Ritvik here. He loves dressing up, but I personally feel some of the things that he wears only he can carry them off. Like if and it has nothing to do with, initially I thought that it had to do with what he wore than who he is. But eventually when I tried on some of those things, I just looked like I looked hideous. And I realized what could be embarrassing for one could just be plain fashion for the other. So I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just between me and my best friend.
Are you into accessories at all, or only fashionable clothes?
No, I just love being appropriately dressed, and max to max, I think I'll probably wear a watch, nothing more.
So if it's a big red carpet event, it's Karan's a new film that's coming out, and we've all been invited to this premiere. So what is it that you're wearing on the day?
I'll probably be appropriately dressed, but knowing it's Karan or Karan Sir's movie, I think I'll be dressed funnily or something that will give everyone a good laugh. Because I'm pretty sure it has to be a good moment and not a very serious moment. So
But
I'll
what
just something that give everyone a good laugh.
what would you be wearing? Like if we ask you to define and describe each accessory or each thing that you're going to be wearing, what would it be?
I would wear trousers along with formal shoes with a belt and a shirt.
That's not embarrassing, man.
Oh, funny.
But that's the serious part of it. If I had to wear something embarrassing, I'll probably wear a ghagra along with a shirt.
Wow. That also is fashion. Like I've done a I've done a blooper like this, and for me at that moment, I thought it was really cool. So I wore like a black suit, not a tuxedo, but a black suit with chappals.
Oh,
Because when I was dressing up, I was wearing those black chappals, and I thought this was so cool. And contrary to what I thought, uh, my friends just bombarded me with some really nice praises when I reached that event, and made sure I'd never do that again in my life.
But I totally understand. Even I myself have had those moments where I really like something, but it's very dumb to others.
Fair, man, fair. So who's this best friend of yours? What does he do? He's in school with you, college with you?
He is in college with, not in the same college, but yes, we are in the same grade and we've known each other since a while. We got together. So I shifted two schools. So in my second school, that's when I got to know him since my fifth grade, and he's been my best friend ever since. And we keep on continuously fooling around and training together. So we're pretty tight that way.
Wow.
You know how it's said that you are known by the company you keep. What do you think is the biggest thing that your best friend has brought to your life?
Discipline. My best friend is the most disciplined person I know. But then again, even he tries to live up to his expectations. So the one thing that I've learned from him is discipline, because he's the type of person, even if he goes out clubbing and if he has to go to work or has some duties to fulfill the next day, he'll make sure to do that even after missing his sleep, or like he'll just fulfill all the duties or the requirements that he has to do for the day or maybe the next day, irrespective of come what may. He has to do what he has to do, and that's how even I train myself. You have to do what you got to do, and no excuses. It's just going to be beneficial for you. So I'll probably say that discipline is the best thing he's brought to me.
My friend, your party after this event is definitely on the house. Considering you've said so many good things about your best friend. Best watching this, best friend, please open your wallet and give Shah your love to, I don't know his name, but to Mr. PRNC 04.
I'm pretty sure he'll be surprised to know that these are the good things I speak about him on camera. Off camera, it's pretty different.
I think with boys, I'm sure there is like we hardly acknowledge each other when we're together. That's just
All about insults and embarrassing moments with each other.
Yeah, it's like I think the only time one of the two boys, if they're best friends, will be serious when one has probably a breakup and the other one is broke.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
These are the two situations where some kind of serious talk might just come out.
I think it's the same as Pyar Ka Panchnama, where he says that 9-minute dialogue, it's because of his breakup, and that's when every boy goes to his best friend and just starts crying, or either just starts talking.
Okay, so that was it for PRNC 04. Next up, we have
Thank you.
CC4.
Do you want to say something? You wanted to say something. I'm so sorry. Sorry for cutting
I
you.
just wanted to thank you, but I mean, the host took over, so that's it.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
And thank you all for taking my interview. That's it.
Yeah, you've got the job. We meet party.
Thank you.
Oh, keep it stylish.
Yeah, Tarini, sorry for cutting you. We're very sorry, Tarini.
She's decided not to come back now. That's how rude you are. Ha.
She has a bird that's flying behind her. She's like, I've flown away now. I'm gone. I don't want to talk to you.
Next up, we have CC471. Karan sir, we'd like you to give them the topic.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you've not gotten bored thanks to us chit-chatting with your so-called co-contestants.
Oh no, it was lovely. It was it was really candid, quite contrary to what what happens in other pageants, honestly. So it was quite candid. I love the conversation, to be honest.
Do you now believe that we are also human beings? We talk normally.
Actually, personally, I don't. I mean, for me, I idolize you guys. I've seen you on TV, I've seen your videos, I've seen your interviews. And when I, look at you having all these candid conversations, having all these human experiences, saying you dressed up weirdly at a party, you wore slippers to, a movie event. I'm like, okay, my God, maybe they're just like us. I mean, it's not that
Do not
different.
try that at home or at a movie theater. The
I'll try
slippers,
I will try my best.
avoid. Trust me. There'll be Viral Behani snapping you, and the next day you'll be all over Instagram.
At least I'll be all over Instagram. It is worth it, I'm sure.
Tell me, is social media very important to you?
See, personally, social media gives me, the freedom of expression, which is very innate, which is very personal to me. It helps me to express myself. Now, see, previously, if I wanted to spread a message or say something to someone or something to the world, right, I would have to adopt to a very long approach of, say, accessing some newspaper, writing articles or something of that sort. And as you're aware of it, not everyone is good at articulation. Not everyone can write articles. Not everyone can be a poet. Not everyone can be an artist of expression, right? Sometimes we communicate through the way we talk. We communicate through our photos. We communicate through our posts. So I think social media gives me that freedom to communicate from wherever I am, whichever part of the world I am. So I think
Fair
it's good.
enough. I'm just glad that you think so much, in so much depth while using social media. Because a lot of people I know, they just use social media for clicking pictures and telling the world what they ate and where they are and what they're doing,
I
which is
mean,
good. Which is good
yeah.
also. But yeah, when you put a little thought into it, I think it's always good. It's always better, I feel.
Honestly, when we put a thought into anything, it just becomes like we give ourselves a valid reason to do it. You might be doing the stupidest thing on the earth, and you might give a 2 minute thought into it, and you'll be like, no, maybe kuch to acha ho raha hai, experience to mil raha hai na humko life mein. We might end up doing the stupidest thing. So, like you, for instance, you might be walking at the movie event with slippers on, and then you might think about it for 2 minutes, and then you're like, at least I gained some experience, exposure to mila. Kya ho gaya yaar, ek hi to galti ki life mein. Something like that. I mean, that's how life works. So.
Fair, fair. Chalo, so then I'll now ask you a very, very interesting question. Um, I just really want to know what your answer would be because when I read this statement, I had an answer in my mind.
Uh-huh.
So your question is if you found, do you know about Arnab Goswami?
Who doesn't?
His name?
Who doesn't?
He's the dude of 2020.
Oh, trust me, who doesn't? If you don't know this name after a 4 month lockdown, I am sure you need to go back again to a lockdown. You need a lockdown once again if you don't know this name till now.
I'm sure. So it's about Arnab. It's a light-headed question. So if you found Arnab Goswami on Tinder,
Uh-huh.
would you swipe left, swipe right, and why?
Oh my god. Okay. So if I found Arnav Goswami on Tinder, I would firstly get earplugs, and then I might just swipe left, like I said, for an experience, for an exposure. You're like there is Arnav there, so we might just have a conversation. By conversation, I mean he might be talking and I might be listening. That is the conversation, but we might just try to do some form of conversation there. So. But
If
yeah,
you had to have a conversation with him, so you're swiping him right. So you're swiping him right to have a conversation to see what exactly he has to offer.
I'm
Right?
swiping right to I'm swiping right to have a conversation which entails him talking and I listening. If you call that a conversation, then then exactly
But
that.
if you wanted to know more about him after swiping him right, what would be the questions you would have? Like considering you say he would not let you talk for more time, but is there anything that you would want to ask him?
Of course. Now, see, now there's a difference between. I believe he has a very assertive personality, which is a good personality trait, right? So, I would want to ask him that what makes you so assertive? Is it your conviction in your belief? Is it your innate feeling of wanting to ask something, put your point across, because you feel like others won't let you do it if you don't assert yourself there. So what gives you that degree of assertion? Why that assertion? Why do you have to be that assertive? That's all.
Wow. I hope Arnav's listening to this interview.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anna, please. I'm big fan. Take me one of your shows. But yeah, I mean, I also would love to. Supreet ma'am hasn't said anything about, so maybe she can also. I would love to interact with her as well.
Swipe right or swipe left?
Yeah, you've got to swipe for me, basically. That's how it works.
Oh,
But
sure.
the first thing that I'm itching to ask is,
Right.
are those the real colors of your eyes?
The real colors of my eye, the brown.
All right, so why the contacts then?
Why the contacts? I just see. Firstly, I have a power, so I just wear spectacles, and I don't feel like wearing them. During interviews. Firstly, because it just gets really foggy because there's a heater on. And I'm in Delhi. Because of that reason, and I feel like I just feel it gives me the ability to be who I am. The best thing about contacts is I like someone, like I see someone and I feel like, okay, these are the eyes I feel like would give me, like, help me express myself more better. So I wear it. I don't think about makeup as a way to conceal something. It's not a way to conceal something. It's just a way to express. If I feel
Have you ever been then labeled as somebody who's walking the fake path? That if they're not your eyes, then why would you put colored eyes to show something you don't really have? So how do you combat that argument?
See, now I feel like if you're being labeled that way, you shouldn't waste your time and energy in trying to combat that. It's just a waste of energy so I don't feel there's a need to even combat that. I wouldn't pay attention to it because, see, it's helping me express, it's helping me get my point across. That's all that matters to me. No one and nothing in the world is worth my peace of mind. My peace of mind is my priority, and I don't think giving someone else the remote of how I feel is the right approach in life. I would not cater to that audience.
And what if it's not the audience and it's your judges? You will just say, I don't want to combat, you're not worth my while, Supreet, I'm walking away.
Oh, no. No, see, now I feel both of you are at such a, it's at such position wherein if you ask me the question, I do believe there is some context behind it. You're not an audience. You're not giving me criticism. You're giving me constructive criticism or probably a suggestion. It's coming from somewhere. So I would love to understand where it's coming from and why is it coming from there. So maybe I might think
where it's coming from. It's coming from the fact that when I was 17 and
Right.
Lenses had just come to India then, and colored lenses at that, I wore the exact same color that you have right now.
Right.
And I was reprimanded in school saying, you can't wear this to school and what are you doing and all of that. But at the same time, it gave me such a different boost. And my logic was the same. I had glasses and I couldn't wear them because of sensitive skin and I would get a rash around.
Exactly.
So I chose to wear contacts. And at that time, people said, why would you not wear clear ones? Because I said, if I'm taking the pain of poking my eye every morning, I'd rather have a change. And that was my belief. So it was nice to see that somebody else is doing that. And I wanted to get your point of view. So no, it wasn't a criticism. It was just experience fact finding. That's all.
So, ma'am, so looking at where you are right now, I'm sure those people are still watching you. So considering where you are right now and what you went through, I'm sure I'm following the right path. I am pretty sure I'm on the right path then.
I think it depends also where you are. When I was in India, it was a novelty, right? Because we're not born with blue eyes or gray eyes. Brown is a color. So this is a novelty. Then I came to England. So at 18, I came to university here. And blue eyes it wasn't rare anymore. So everybody would look at me. I was just one of them. So then one day I just took them off. And then like, oh my God, you've got such pretty eyes. I was like, okay then. It's because here, any kind of, brown or hazel or any of that is like, whoa, so pretty. So I was like, oh, it's all right. I could do without lenses now. So I think also depends on your environment. And it's not to say that, that's how you would react at all times, but it's all experience. And you'd rather just lap it all in and as much as you can. So me at 18, and I'm guessing you're about the same. So I was comparing the two girls in like a nice memory kind of a way, nothing more. But yeah, coming back to you, how important are looks to you?
I'm sorry, how important are looks to me? Am I right? Is that what you asked? See, now I feel it's not so much about the looks. If I tell you, I like putting effort into how I look, because about how I feel about myself. Now, let me give you an example. The first time that I see you, you see me. What travels to you? Before you even see me, my vibrations travel to you. You know, my confidence travels to you. The way that I'm feeling about myself travels to you. So the way that you see me is how I see myself. And for me to see myself in a positive life, I have to work out. I have to look good. I have to take care of myself. I have to eat healthy. And it's not for, trust me, it's not for anyone else. It's for me. Because if I'm seeing myself in a positive light, that means you're seeing me in a positive light. So it's all for me.
Right there. I am now taking the frame for my next YouTube video because that's exactly what I wanted to say. I can't believe you do the opening that I do for my personality training lectures, but that's exactly what I teach. It's all about presenting yourself and making an impressive projection, and that's exactly what you're talking about as well. So yeah, thank you for sharing that thought. I do agree totally.
Thank you. It was an honor. Honestly, it was an honor to get my views across. It was nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bagla, and with her we have Mr. Kapil sir. Mr. Kapil sir has been here with us behind the scenes, helping the entire committee to be here where we are right now. So I would really request both our principal and Mr. Kapil sir to come here and grace us with your presence and give the participants some encouraging words.
Hello. So we have with us my beloved husband, Mr. Kapil Bagla.
So what do I say? Looking at this tech team in front of me, sometime last year when I had the auditorium full of, I would say that energy, enthusiasm, but I would still say that that energy and enthusiasm continues in this silo, in this silence. They are not talking. There is complete silence, but yet they continue their spirit. And this is the spirit of KC College, and this is the spirit of HSNC University and HSNC Board. So a warm welcome to all of you. And I'm very, very proud, principal, standing here, that I feel the winner in you. Each and every participant is a winner for me. Winning is the spirit, and you feel that you're born as a winner. But remember one thing, that you continue to plan, continue to prepare yourself to be that winner. Participating in this fest, in spite of all odds, itself, I think it is the endorsement that you love life and you love that spirit. So continue that spirit. You have proved the statement that artificial intelligence, the intelligence in machine cannot surpass you. Human acumen, your spirit will continue to survive, continue the spirit on this earth. So all the very best. A big round of applause, if I can hear, which I'm missing, for my tech team, entire organizing committee of Kiran 2021. And let me tell you all, can I say this? Kiran 2021 is a success. In spite of all odds, you have made it. I love you all, and we shall continue the spirit. Nothing can stop us. Thank you so much. And may I invite even our cultural director, Nita Dam, here. Before that, please come over, Nita, on this green screen. I cannot say stage. And before I ask her to speak, may I ask my husband, Mr. Kapil Bagla, who's always there with me. If I smile and if I stand here and talk to you, I would give it to him too. So over to you. Your impressions about Kiran always.
When about 2 months back, when Hema was telling me that we are going to organize Kiran, I was just wondering that where will be the thunderous noise that will come down from the auditorium, and all the vibe of the students, and I think she said that no, we got to create that vibe, but we are going to create that vibe technically. So, and I was watching some of the some of the telecasts that you were doing and some of the streaming that was happening. I think it's wonderful. The tech team has done a wonderful job. You're getting the same vibe. The switch between cameras, screens is actually uh, very subtle, and you're not seeing it's almost as if you're watching an event very live. So I think kudos to the technical team. I'm very happy. It's a good marriage of culture and technology, and we hope this thing will exist. I come from the entertainment field. I have a background, so I'm used to this screen business. And when we shoot all the animation stuff and visual effects stuff, and which with all motion cameras in place, I think you guys should reach there so that any festival of college can be taken around the world right at the click of the button, and we are not waiting for just a limited audience that you see in your audios in your auditorium. So world is your audience, and all the best to Kiran 21 for years to come. Thank you.
I should have introduced him, he said he's from entertainment field, but he's a brain behind Imagica and even IMAX Dome. So he understands technology more than us. So thank you so much. And I'm being formal. I don't know how to say even thanks to you. So over to Neeta. You have done it, Neeta. Thank you so much. The spirit, you have continued the spirit and the smile. And I think that is quite contagious. That spirit continues, that feeling continues, and that itself, no words, her silence itself is the motivating force for all of you. So over to Neeta.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, sir, for your kind words. I think this you have given a different perspective to the students, and a word of encouragement, so they can also proceed and be successful in the entertainment industry. And we know you are always there with us. Ma'am is always there, but behind the curtain, we know you're always there. You are worried whether the students have eaten or not. Did they had their dinner? You are there. We know everything. Thank you so much for all the support. And what to say about my team? What to say about my students? Just love you, bachas. Keep the good work going and bring laurels to KC College and HSNC University. Thank you so much.
So have a wonderful, beautiful year of wisdom for all of you, and enjoy it the best, and nothing can stop us, right? God bless, all the best. And I should say sorry to Karan and Supreet for taking your time out. You all are wonderful, beautiful. So thank you for being and spending your valuable time with us. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the participants. Because of you, Kiran could be possible. God bless.
Thank you.
Over to you, dear. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sorry, Tarani, I don't think we can hear you, but I just wanted to double check. I don't think it was a two-way connection. I wasn't too sure if we were heard at the time that people were talking. But I think on behalf of Karan and I, of course, it's a fabulous opportunity to be here. So just wanted to convey that once again. And thank you for the wonderful spirit.
Okay. So we have CC099 here.
Hello, judges.
Hello there. Is that me going now?
Sorry?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So taking over. Hello, CC099. So now,
Hi.
if you had a chance to give yourself a name other than your real name, what would you pick?
Interesting question. Thank you. Well,
I'm sure you love your name so much that you don't have another name.
yeah, I literally love my name. Like, if you see in my name, from backwards, it is also the same. Nama. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Whoopsie.
Well, I can't really think of any name, but if I want to describe myself with some word, it will be ambitious, enthusiastic, basically, because I'm really driven towards applying goals and well, focusing towards things and having persistence in life. So enthusiastic, ambitious would be the word I would like to describe myself with.
So then let's just give you a name. You're M.
And Kiran can also be another name. Why? Because, well, Kiran means a ray of light, a beam of light. So Kiran would be also a lovely name for me, I think.
All right, then I'm just going to call you Kiran for now.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Do you watch any TV at all? Or are you more the studious kind?
Well, I don't watch TV, but I do watch Netflix. And I read books, basically business books.
So far, far away from reality shows, I'm guessing.
I watch dance reality shows because I'm really into dancing.
Aha. So we'll
Yeah.
probably get a step or two from you then. But the whole concept of reality shows, what is your take on that?
Well, I think reality shows are pretty good to express people's talents. And basically people who come from maybe lower backgrounds, so they have a chance to represent themselves on a stage, on a platform where everybody can actually understand what's dance, for example, what dance is, like Indian Idol, what singing is. So I think it's a really great platform to represent yourself on that.
And what about the reality shows that have contestants staying in one house, whether it's things like Splitsvilla or Big Boss or Big Brother here in England? What do you think about those?
Yeah, for example, if you take Big Boss, like it helps you show your personality in that, like how you play your game, how you strategize on winning the game till the end. So yeah, that's really impressive in that way. Like it helps you build your personality and helps you show what you actually are, the way you talk and everybody, how you handle the situation. Like when it's in the moment of heat, like how do you handle that situation? Do you just lash out on everybody, like hit them or etc., or you abuse, or you handle the situation calmly and understand like what's actually going on?
Have you seen any of the Big Boss episodes from all over?
Yeah, my mom and dad watch Big Boss.
Oh, you do?
Every day, yeah. So sometimes, yeah. So when I go inside, I watch some shows, especially last year when Siddharth, I don't know his name, which he won the Big Boss season 14 or 13. So I had watched that.
Let's go to this year now. If you were Rakhi Sawant for a day, what would you do and why? And how will you behave? That's your
topic. Personally, I think Rakhi Sawant is really open-minded in every way. And I don't think she really thinks bad about anybody else. Because if you watch Big Boss, like in she was talking to her mother and she said that please don't talk anything bad about her, because there was this contestant called Jasmine who was not really equal with her, I must say, like the way I've watched the show. So like Rakhi Sawant is really open-minded. So I would like to play that role with her, and all free and being actually yourself and not pretending or not masking yourself in front of others, like being genuine and like not having fun and being always serious around everybody. So yeah, that's what I actually admire also about her, which I've watched.
So would you do something else also if you got a chance to be Rakhi for a day?
Sorry, can you repeat it? Why so?
If you are Rakhi Sawant for a day, would you add something into her personality?
Well, I think everybody has their own personality and everybody is unique in their own way. So if I must add, like we have watched the show, is like sometimes be calm, like not being always active and not just speaking everything out, maybe. And yeah, and using words and questions in a decisive way, perfect way.
Right.
But for sure, everybody's unique in their own way, and she's really fun.
Do your mom and dad love her?
Yeah, actually, my dad was also complimenting on the same thing. Like, she's so open-minded and she has not really, talked bad about anybody else personally or anything. Like the way things go in Big Boss.
Do you think you could imitate her?
Without the slur.
Yeah, like there was this. She was in the like on the ground, like near the swimming pool, and she was like, "Hey Bhagwan, मुझे I don't know, मुझे ये दिला दे, मुझे वो दिला दे, मैं like all that fun stuff." So yeah.
So if you were talking to Bhagwan right now, being Rakhi Sawant, what's the stuff you will ask for?
Well, to be especially, I mean, exceptional in my own way, like give me something like which others don't have if I'm asking God for it. And
Ask God right now as Rakhi Sawant. Don't explain.
okay.
Ask God as
Same
Rakhi.
thing, same thing. Hey Bhagwan, मुझे ये दिला दे. But what is that ये? साथ में line भी बताओ.
Yeah, she was just if you are talking from her perspective, she was just babbling out words. So they said she didn't especially ask for some specific thing. But if you are asking like if I was Rakhi Sawant, then I would like to ask to play the game like I said before, like not like being driven away with the flow and saying all the everything all the words out, because like showing your strategy and showing your weaknesses to others too, because others were also preying on their weakness, right? So I would like to say that well, I would like to ask God is like make me well make me understand things properly and not just show around everything to everybody, like my weaknesses and etc.
You're such a self-sufficient boy, na? You don't need anything. As yourself and Rakhi Sawant. I thought you'll
Yeah,
ask.
well,
I thought you'll ask for like gold and beauty and food and whiskey. Oh,
Yes.
see, dad called. Whiskey called whiskey and father's call is coming.
oh boy, yeah.
At least यही बोल दो. Just look up and say, hey भगवान मैं जैसा हूँ मुझे वैसा ही रहने दे.
वैसा ही रहने दे. Yeah, correct. You
Just
should
look
be
up
just
and say,
happy with who you are, like, and believe in yourself, and not just ask for everything around. Like, you should be happy with what you have, and if you want anything more, you should work for it and not just ask God for मुझे ये दे दे, मुझे वो दे दे. Be self-sufficient, like you said. I think self-sufficiency is the best thing, and believing in yourself especially.
the day,
And
my
not,
friend, the day you win a lottery worth $100 million, I'm just sending you the address and the account details. You can transfer that because I don't like self-sufficiency. I don't mind a little help from you.
no, but that's what I have won the thing, right?
No.
I have won the thing, so I will keep it.
See, now you're
Self-sufficiency. Yes, self-sufficiency is there, but my hard work and my luck is also on me, right? So I won the thing.
like give us like a percentage, na, if you ever win.
Yeah, sure.
No, you just took an interview of mine like long back, so here is it. Here is your fees.
Yeah, and if I would like to really,
Yes.
share that lottery to somebody, like if someone is needy for that, or donate it to an NGO, maybe.
I'm needy.
आज ही NGO खोल रही हूँ.
No, you're not needy. I'm just saying, just giving another example of if I won a lottery, then what would I do of the money? Like a percentage of it, I would give it to somebody needy, somebody like some NGOs.
Is that the timer or is that a doorbell?
It's a doorbell. I'm sorry for interrupting.
So I still want to see the light side of you. You're not going to talk like Rakhi Sawant. You're not going to pray like Rakhi Sawant. Then how about you dance like Rakhi Sawant because you're a great dancer? So do a few moves for us.
I'm sorry, just a second.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you hear what I said?
No, can you repeat, please?
Yeah, so I said if you're not going to talk like Rakhi Sawant or pray like Rakhi Sawant, could you dance for us like Rakhi Sawant and show us a few of your moves?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, she's all open-minded and fun. So yeah, I would really like to dance like her. Like when the morning bell rings, like the songs are playing and the way she dance doesn't care about anybody else. She's all in her own mind, dancing and enjoying her mood and the song.
So imagine for like 10 seconds, you have to be her, give us a step, just show us a step. Show it to us before mama comes from behind again.
Yeah. Uh, well, okay. So wait, I have to just get out.
If mother comes, she'll kill all of us. Dance करा रहे थे.
Like, so when I watched her first, like she was doing like just dancing, and like she was all in her own mind, right? So something like that, just grooving around. Yeah.
Yeah, come sit. Don't be so like we're not like putting you mama game.
Yeah.
No, we are not making TikTok videos. We are just pulling your son's leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. But you like Rakhi? Seems like you do.
Yeah. I like her. Like everybody has their own flaws, right? But everybody is unique in their own way, like I said. So yeah, she's pretty fun, among others also.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you very much. You both are wearing just really impressive outfits. Like I really love your outfit, Karan and Supreet ma'am.
Thank you.
And the way you have dressed your hair, Supreet ma'am. Like,
Oh wow.
I personally love straight hair. So.
Effortless, but thank you.
And what about my hair?
Oh, it's obviously amazing. Like I've checked your Instagram account also.
Taken me 3.5 hours and still nothing could be done with this hairstyle.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like the outfit you have wore, the hairstyle. I've also watched your Instagram account. It's really impressive.
But you're not signed up, right? So you didn't follow him. You just watched it.
No, please don't.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's okay.
And your body also helps me motivate to make a body like you, actually. To be honest, like I watched your Instagram account, some pictures. No, I don't really work. I mean, I don't go to the gym, but I basically dance, right? Sorry, you're not audible.
I said, do you like to work out, or so you're saying do you like to dance?
I love dance. I don't really go to gym, but I dance. So like weight loss and all is already done. But my dad was a gym freak when he was like my age. So he also teaches me like how to do things, all the push-ups and stuff and all the tricks.
How old
Sorry?
are you?
I'm 17.
How old?
I just
17. Have your parents stopped you to go to the gym because they think तुम्हारी height छोटी रह जाएगी?
Yeah, correct. That was one of the points. And मैंने भी ऐसा सोचा था कि height पहले बढ़ा नहीं है, because I'm interested into like modeling and stuff too. So basically, you at least need like 5'11", right? 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet.
Can I be honest? This
Yeah.
is the biggest myth on the planet कि आपकी height छोटी रह जाएगी क्योंकि आप gym जाते हैं. I was 13 and a half when I started working out. Thankfully, I got 6 inches more since I was 13 and a half. So if you like to do something, do it.
You should go for it.
I understand physical training. There's a lot of time. Right now, the dancing will help you. So you can have your six packs and you can make your muscles later.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely. And I was just focusing on my mind to like more on studies and reading books.
Okay. So
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, CC099. Next up, we have CC360. Karan sir, we'd like you to give them the topic.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am just thoda nervous and I'm all good rest.
Why are you thoda sa nervous?
I don't know, it just happens.
Do I look
So-
like a devil? Or do I look
No,
like...
not at all. It's just my first time I've come for such an event, and also there's just a little bit of nervousness before this show thing. That's it.
I tell you how to get rid of your nervousness in
Yeah.
5 seconds. If you get really nervous, just switch off your laptop.
I know, but right now I cannot do that. So I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm fine.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So what do you like? You're in college?
Yeah, I am in second year and basically I'm a dancer. So I've been trained in.
Yes.
I cannot hear you. Kya?
There's so many dancers and singers.
Yeah.
Have you trained yourself professionally?
Yes. So I've been trained in classical dance, Kathak, and now when I came to Mumbai, like last year only, I shifted in Mumbai. So I'm doing my graduation as well, and I'm here learning from Chow and Live whacking, the new thing that have come into my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, just exploring with styles and everything.
Which city are you from?
I am from Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain, Jai Mahakal.
You're from Ujjain,
Yes,
the city of temples.
exactly, city of temples. Most famous for Mahakal Mandir, Shivji.
Are you religious? You better be.
Yeah, I am now. Before I was in, but then recently I've become more of religious. Like I've read Hanuman Chalisa for 108 times in a day. I sat like 6:30 in the evening and I got up at 1:20. I completed the whole thing and I was like, oh my god, I did that. Just turning thoda but religious. Nothing so much deep.
I want to understand what did you ask God after that 108?
Nothing. To be very honest, now I usually think, okay, I will ask for this, I will ask for this, but then when it ends, I'm like, one, please just save us all. That's all I want to ask. I literally don't ask for anything other than that. Only the line comes in my mind is that, and I'm like, blank shit. I didn't ask for anything. I'm like, it's okay. He's gonna do well for all of us.
Soch lo, maybe you can ask that. Make me miss Kiran.
Yeah, obviously. The last question when you asked that guy, what would you ask? And Rakhi, some I was like, Bhagwan, please, mujhe miss Karan bana de.
अच्छा मुझे बताओ, are you I'm sure you have a mobile and
Yeah.
and I'm sure you're on social media and
Yes.
so how many apps are you on? Like how many apps do you think you might be having?
I have a lot of shopping apps. If I say I have a lot of shopping apps, and other than that, I have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Though I don't really use Facebook, and a lot of shopping apps, and also some other
food apps,
files and all that. Yeah, like faltu types apps. Also, I've kept just for the in case kabhi kaam aaya to.
So why I asked you this is because my next question is around apps. So your question is, if you had to be an app, what app would you be and why?
OMG, what app would I be?
Yeah, OMG.
So I need to think about it. Like,
you just have a minute. You remember that, right?
okay, yeah. So I would really like to be the. I am much fond of shoes. Like I really love love wearing sneakers and all the things. Then it was it was into my mind that whenever I'll be at a stage that I want to choose my profession and everything, I would definitely go for a shoe company or something like that. And I think I would be an app. मतलब मैं खुद ही founder होंगी and obviously I'll be the app myself. So I would really wanting कि and so Nike and Puma, there are for normal people. So it's very costly for all of us to get it, and there is like brand thing that comes in. Oh my God, you have to go for Nike, Puma, Reebok, Adidas and all of those things. So I would be really like being the app, those who sells the first copy of every brand so that it's affordable for all of us and everybody's liking me because everybody likes to be wear brands and everything, so that's gonna be affordable for everybody and I'll be having a lot of reviews and a lot of downloads and everything, so I can make money out of that as well.
Your next brand collaboration for a shoe brand is gone off the hook.
Yeah, I know, but this is the one thing that whenever there was this shoe that was of crazy price and I really want that, and I'm like, oh my God, but obviously deep down I don't want to buy a first copy or something like that, but that just makes everybody's life thoda sa easy and also that helps them to show off, oh my God, I'm wearing Gucci, oh my God, I'm wearing this, so that's it, nothing.
Superb.
This is the quickest I can think of. Obviously, I want to be some other thing, but I cannot just think of it. So,
you want to name your app? Like, if you were an app, what would the name be?
Okay. So, I really like Magiz. It's my private account's name. So, I would really give the name Magiz. Yeah, Megiz.
What does it mean?
Maggie's no, actually it's my nickname Maggie, and so I have an account named Maggie's. I really love that. I find it very cool. So I would really like to give that Maggie's the name.
Maggie's. Wow.
Yes. Sounds cool as well. So I'm like, ठीक है चलेगा.
Really cool. And we were talking about shoes, and I just have a shoe pop up on my laptop.
Oh, same. Even I got it
This
from
one's
Myntra.
definitely hearing
HRX people are behind me because I've done a lot of shopping from HRX currently. They're like, oh my god, you got a sale, you've got a coupon, all that shit. And it's just on my screen right now, popping up again and again.
Just checking, it might be Hrithik Roshan again.
No.
So does that mean that when you talk about things like your so-called app with the first copies, does that mean that quality is not something that really is priority as long as it looks good?
No, obviously quality is a priority. Even when I need to buy things, my first thing is for the priority. It doesn't matter whether it's a brand or something like that, because these days brand has become something, like that shows you, okay, he's wearing Nike, okay, he's wearing, because I was very much brand conscious earlier, but now I am trying to get rid of it and trying to get comfortable in whichever clothes do I find like it's suiting me and for my personal comfort. So I really don't believe in the compromising onto the quality side, but yeah, but I don't think so. In my app, I will make sure that everything's up to the mark. There's no complaint from the customers, and I am gonna satisfy all of them.
So then now this is what happens. Then Kiran 2022 happens, and there's another person out of it who says, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to do the first copies of Maggie's. What you going to do then?
No, why first copies of me? No, Maggie's gonna be my own this thing. So
Yeah,
my own brand.
हाँ, तो copy of the copy तो बन सकता है ना? So now she's made copy of your first copies. So how would you react to that? Because अभी ethically तो same बात हुई.
Yeah, obviously I'll be like you. What? I cannot.
It's like three friends are sitting in an examination hall, and they all have the right answer. So someone copied from the other, and then someone copied from the other.
Yeah, obviously. So now I would like to थोड़ा सा clarify, मतलब थोड़ा adjust करना पड़ेगा मेरे answer को, because I cannot come up with a quick answer for this now. So I'm gonna make a section to it. So I am going to make a section for it. So who's ever interested for like 10,000 of the price of the shoe or 12,000, so I can give them for a much cheaper rate, and also I can have Maggie's as the whole new product launch there, so they cannot get a chance to say like that you're wearing Maggie's ka first copy, so they can say I'm wearing Maggie's.
I'll tell you something. If ever you make a brand ever, I mean, this is just this is not non-related to the question. If it ever gets copied, trust me, you're on the right path. If people
exactly,
you're successful.
Exactly. And I would love that people copying my brand shoes. So I'll be like, okay, you can.
Tarini, we want to ask you also, like considering we are allowed to ask questions, if you were an app, what would you be?
I would definitely be an app, like probably an app where you like talk more. Like if you do not have friends, you come there, you talk, you pick a topic, and you talk to me because I talk a lot.
So basically, your app called Siri.
Probably.
I know somebody else you can actually employ for your app, and that would be CC069. Who said, I can talk on any topic, anywhere for ages, even if my friends and family get bored. So there you go, employee.
Just mail it to me.
All right. Thank you very much, CC360, for enlightening us with your brand vision.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have CC123. Ma'am, we'd like you to give them the topic.
Right.
Hello.
Hi, where is CC123?
Getting muted again. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. What
Okay.
do you think of your code name? CC 123.
I just like it. It goes with the flow just like I am. It's just 1, 2, 3. Nobody's gonna forget it, and yeah, it's easy to remember.
And if you had the opportunity of changing it, what digits would you choose? CC dash dash dash.
I don't think I want to change it in any way. Or maybe you know what? I'd go with 111. I just love the number one. It's an integral part of my birth date. I was born on 11th January. I just got 20 like a week back, and I aspire to be number one at whatever I do. So yeah, a 111 would be nice.
All right, since you've mentioned birthdays and the number 20, I'm going to ask you. You've gone to bed normal, but then you've woken up and it's 20 years later. So now, this is your topic. CC 111, 20 years later.
So hopefully, I guess 20 years later, I won't be the CC. I'll be the judge for the event that's happening then. The whole plan, like, I can't believe how it's very weird, but two things I'm good at and I actually want to do in my career. I'm good at public speaking. I enjoy hosting, and I want to become an actor. And I'm not making this point anyway. I just shot like a couple of monologues 2 days back. So yeah, hopefully 20 years from now, I am somewhere much bigger, in a much better place, in a place where people don't need the CC to identify me. They'll remember me by my name. And I guess, yeah, that's what will count in the next 20 years. Hopefully, life works that way. But yeah.
What are the attributes or the qualities that you look forward to? For example, if somebody was to ask me now, from where I was before, 20 years ago, it was a very different thing I wanted. And now it's just turned out to be just bliss and happiness after certain years in your life. So what is it? What are the attributes you are aiming for 20 years from now?
I think if there's one thing I do want in me 20 years from now, it's that I have this confidence and this drive in me right now to just prove myself, to not stop doing that. It's what has made, like there are stars and then there are legends. And it's what makes stars legends, that they never stop pushing. I remember this, it's very weird, but Matthew McConaughey won Best Actor for Dallas Buyers Club. And in his speech, it was a beautiful speech, the acceptance speech, and he said, this part about, who's your hero in 20 years? It's going to be me. And even when I reach there, I'm still going to want to be better. I'm still going to want to be a hero in the next 20 years after that. So yeah, I just want that drive to always stay there constantly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want this confidence to burn out. This youth, they associate confidence with youth. I don't want that. I could be 60, I could be 100. But I want this energy. Perhaps I'll be a little wrinkled, I'll be a little slow. But I want this energy. I want this madness around me. I just want that really, really badly. Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. But you know how there are movies where you've pretty much clashed or collided with another person and you've become their personality. Yeah, that's kind of a normal, more like an English movie, a theme to have. So if this was you, who would you want to swap personalities with?
In a movie, I'd say, I don't know, I've just really, Bunny, like Ranbir Kapoor from Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, that character, it's just, I don't know, that level of confidence, that level of just, being able to, like, I'm not saying I'm that bad at talking to girls, but having pickup lines on the go, being able to interact with them just as easily, having this very, big adventure in your head, to travel the world, to be famous, to be known everywhere, I want that. So yeah, I definitely want to be funny. Yeah.
Right. Now Karan is auditioning for that film, right? And you've got to come up with your best pickup line to see if you can play Ranbir.
All right.
Okay, what's the cheesiest pickup line if you've ever used bin?
They haven't gone that well, but I'll try one of those.
Tell me a line that's probably gone very well, and tell me a line that's not gone well.
Yeah, the ones that have not gone well are, I don't think this is the right platform for those. Those are kind of, let's just call them edgy. But
that went well.
Yeah, I could just give like a normal pickup line like, Karan, are you a parking ticket? Because you have fine written all over you.
You know what? Trust
Go on a
me.
date with you.
No, the problem, I'll tell you why half the lines, and I honestly believe that, Supreet, half the lines don't work in India because our sense of humor is also not the way it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, like, I'll give you I'll tell you a very sleazy, very cheesy, not a sleazy, but a very cheesy pickup line that I had used long back, and it worked. It's a stupid line. So I was in the gym and I was doing biceps. And a girl came to me and said, "You're doing arms today. Why are you wearing knee pads?" Because in those days I used to wear knee pads. So me being me had to come back with an answer. So, so me being an idiot said, I knew you were coming to the gym today and you make me weak in the knees. Now to me, it is a stupid line, but it worked.
It does. Also, I mean, you are hot. You've been working out since what you mentioned, 13. That does work for you.
Trust me, bro. It's not about the hotness. Eventually, you know, so the next time if a woman rejects you for your looks now, uh, remind her that she said looks don't matter for me.
That's not
Because,
going to happen. I'm just
because I've heard
man.
because I've
Yeah, I
heard
know they do that. There was a time when I was just really like too confident, like too cocky, and there was this another pickup like my best friend really shamed me for it. She laughed at it very hard, but I just said, "Did you fall in love, or should I walk again? Should I walk by again?" That was one of the cockiest moments of my life. Didn't go well, I'll say that. But yeah, the girl laughed, and I guess things sort of did go somewhere.
I think that's the best thing. I think with pickup lines, I feel it's also about if you're not being if you don't have like a bad thought or a very weird thought behind them, then I think even a small little laughter can just lighten up their entire perspective. You don't have to take a pickup line.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's
definitely. It just feels good.
work in India.
It's a great way to start a conversation with someone.
It's an icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly.
I think personally, it's not really about what you say. It's truly just how you say it, which is what I really ascertain a lot in my YouTube videos as well and my training. It's very important. If you've seen Friends, you know how Joey gets by. That's not a pickup line.
Yeah, exactly.
It's three words. How you doing? It's nothing cheesy about it. Nothing sleazy about it. But he always got the woman because it wasn't just about what he said. It was about how he said it, and that really matters. So you could get away with anything if you said it the right way. But you've been hosting, you said. What's been the most difficult thing and the most interesting thing about hosting?
I'll start with the most interesting thing. No, I'll start with the most difficult thing. The most difficult thing is the prep because in the build up to going on the stage, there's a lot of work that goes through. There's multiple rereadings, there's new scripts every day. And on top of that, you could prepare a script for a month and then you go on stage and then you forget everything or something changes and you have to just adapt to the situation. But that is also what makes it so appealing to me. It's a thrill. It's why I like performing on stage, and it's something I missed so much in the lockdown. It's a drug. It's like adrenaline. It's an adrenaline rush, and it's worth it. You spend 2 months preparing to go on stage, but then at the end of it, after your heart has pumped too much blood and your legs have been shivering, all of it is done. But when everyone applauds for you, that is something nothing can replace at all. That feeling is just wow. It just feels too good. So yeah, that's why I like hosting.
I'll up my game till the time you reach television hosting. So I want a few years later.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you then.
Yeah,
Please help me.
आपके इरादे बहुत नेक नहीं लग रहे हैं मेरे लिए.
Okay. So
thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Okay, next up we have CC081. Karan sir, we'd like you to give them the topic.
Can I ask you, there was a CC081 earlier also.
There's a
Yeah, so that was the male participant, and now we have the female part.
I was getting confused. I was like, hi,
Hi, how are you?
how are you?
I'm great.
Are you not bored yet?
I'm not bored, actually, I'm anxious.
Why?
Anxiety hitting me really hard.
Why? Tell me why.
Uh, it's the first time actually.
It's the first time.
Yeah, I'm cold all over.
So what made you actually join in and try out for this?
Actually, as far as my personality is concerned, I'm a really talkative person, very outspoken, and I was like, why not try this? And I was like, okay, a chance mil hi raha hai, to why not? It's not about winning or losing.
So if you win, what would you do today? And if you would lose, what would you do?
If I lose, I won't be sad. It's like, okay, fine, I gave it a try. If I win, I would be happy, and it would build up my confidence level that, yeah, I could, do it one more time and the other time, and then, reach somewhere bigger.
Okay, do you have a lot of friends, or do you like are you are like you have like a small knit group?
No, actually, I'm a complete extrovert. Like, I talk to everybody, not a small group of people. I have I mean, if you say about close friends, I have only one or two. But when it comes to friends overall, I talk to a lot of people, good contacts with all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by good contact? Like good contacts.
That is, I mean, good books with everybody.
Good.
No,
You're a good girl.
yeah, good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair. So, has it ever been that someone's told you that, yeah, you use when you talk to us, you tend to you tend to get each other know each other's personalities and how your friends talk, or they get to know how you talk. Have they ever told you that you use something very often? Is there a word that you use very often?
There is nobody's told me that I use something very often. Not happened.
Word that is very like that is very repetitive in your figure of speech.
I say bro a lot. I'm like, bro, what's up, bro? And it goes for everybody. And the guys will be like, bro, don't call me bro, yaar. I'm like, it's not a gender. It's just my way of calling you my bro, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, you basically bro zoned everyone around you.
Yeah, like everybody, the girls, even my dad. I'm like, bro, and he's like, bro,
Bro
क्यों
zoned
लगा
your
रखा है?
father.
Yeah,
Wait
I
until you
mean,
stop your credit card. Then you will say, Papa, मैं
no,
आपको
he's very chill. He'll bro me back. He'll be like, bro.
Wow, man. I wanted to
Yeah.
see bromance, but the question is on this only. Tell me. So basically, you have to add a phrase or a word in your sentence. If you ever had to add one phrase in your sentence that was repeating or that was repetitive, what would it be? And show it to me in your answer.
Okay, I'll have to think on that. A phrase that I would put in a sentence. Okay, wait.
You just
Just
said,
a
na,
sec.
bro. Okay, have a
Yeah.
conversation with me as if I am your friend, and I will
Okay.
revert back to your conversation. But you have to use the word bro rightly.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just start a conversation with you, and then you want me to use the word bro
Yeah.
rightly. Okay.
कैसे हो यार क्या what's up, what's happening, bro?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm so tired and so bored sitting at home. And this pandemic has gotten into our heads, And bro, what you doing nowadays?
Nothing, bro, just being at home lazing. You?
Bro, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just, chilling, watching Netflix, eating and eating and eating, and then becoming like a sack of potatoes, man.
You
You
know what
tell me.
happened with Rahul, bro?
What, bro?
You don't know, bro.
No, bro.
Nobody told you, bro.
Oh, literally, what?
Are your brothers involved, bro?
Really, bro? What happened?
What you're asking me, bro? You should know this now.
No, man, my bro's involved. I don't know what to do. I don't even know.
But I thought it's bros before.
Oh, bro. I literally don't know what you're talking about. I need to go ask my bro about it.
You should, bro. It's sad that you don't know.
It's too
Why are you
much
laughing?
bros, man.
It's very serious. It's about your brother.
I'm so aloof. I don't know what's happening, bro.
That's what happens when you make your father, bro.
Oh, I see what you did there, bro.
Well, thank you so much. So cool. I just felt like a 19-year-old. You know why I asked you this? Because I just felt very old today, considering everyone was saying I'm 17, 18, 19. So I wanted to just get into the groove of being a bro.
No, I don't think you're old at all. You fit
Ah,
right in.
my friend, looks can be deceptive, but your date of birth certificate, it is.
Who's gonna come and see your date of birth certificate, bro?
Google, bro.
Yeah, you're on Google. Forgot.
I am from the generation of the typewriters. Do you even know what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
But tell me one thing, what do you want to do when you finish off college and when you finish off everything? What do you want to be?
Right now, I am concentrating on my career. That is, I want to become a journalist. But side by side, since my talent is singing, I wanna try. I wanna give it a go. That if I could do anything in this field, since I've tried for Indian Idol too.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, I cleared the second round and then I had to come back
So
home.
if you became a journalist, would you work for Times of India or for Republic TV?
Actually, I'm in a mentorship project with the Hindustan Times right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
good.
right?
I'm glad we have young journalists on their way.
I think it's really important, it's really important that since there's a generation gap between the journalists now and there needs to be a younger generation who stands up for what they think is right because there's a gap and it's much needed. Things have changed. Things have evolved a lot from what it
But do
was back then and what it is now.
but do you think journalism? Do you like the journalism in today's time?
No, actually not. I don't know why. It's just me thinking that it is not right. It's not going right. It's just since the pandemic is around, everything is about the pandemic. I know why. But then it has to be a little bit more relaxing. It has to be informative. So, okay, but it has to be a little more towards the younger generation. You're shaping them. If anybody is interested in newspapers and something like that, if they're reading, your point of view should shape them.
Fair. Once you become a Hindustan Times editor, I will make sure I read those columns. And
Oh,
you
that's
better
so
not use too
sweet.
many question marks.
Yeah. After the movie Sanju, everybody has been focusing on the question mark.
I think we would know that she's the one writing or interviewing because there'll be a lot of bro in it, wouldn't it? So
I'll,
nobody thinks that bro.
yeah, she'll be writing a lot of bro. And then I'll be like, oh, that's CC081.
Bro
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
But it's actually weird to be called CC081. I wish we had our real names. You could have known me.
No, I'm happy to have. I've written bro next to yours. I think
Yeah.
that's a good reference to have for today.
I've written CC081.
I'll slide into your DMs and text you. I'm like, yo, CC081.
I will definitely brozone you there also.
I
Like,
would love to be brozone. I'll be like, bro.
Supreet, do you want to ask anything?
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
thought,
ma'am.
actually, I want to know if you were a color, which one would you be and why?
Oh, which one would I be? I really like the color violet or purple when you say. And I don't know why it's very attractive. My dad likes it. My mom likes it. Um, in my house, the decor is purple. I don't know. Everybody's obsessed with purple. Even me, my brother. So I think purple is our go-to color.
And maybe just another line before you go, just since you are a singer. So let's just hear you any song you want.
Cool. Since I'm a big fan of the 80s and the 90s, I would like to sing something from. Wait, I'll just sing. नहीं 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 ये बात है पुरानी कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी थामा हरों का इसको किसने है ये तो बहता पानी कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी ज़ू 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 ला 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 पीले इससे तुम्हें नशा जिसने पिया वो गम में भी हंसा पल में रुलाए और पल में हंसाए ये कहानी कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी थामा रोका इसको किसने है ये तो बहता पानी कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी Thank you all. You've been lovely. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
having
much. Thanks a lot.
That's perfect. I'm guessing if you had to change the lyrics and instead of the zoo 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 zoo, you'd probably just change it to bro 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 bro.
Why not? It would sound so cool.
Thank you for entertaining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bro, how I wish I was that talented. Next up, we have PRNC 13. Miss Supreet, we'd like you to ask them the topic.
Of course. Hi, PRNC 13.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you
Yes.
are. Hello. That's a refreshing change. I get to speak to a girl. How are you?
I'm good. Very nervous because the worst part of coming as a contestant at the towards the end is because everyone before you have set the bar right up here. So it's very nervous. I'm very nervous. How am I going to do? And I have since the last 5-6 years we've been seeing that there are a lot of talk shows coming up. Every channel has their one talk show. So it has literally been my fantasy that I ever be interviewed and I'm a part of a talk show. So this is literally Kiran has literally made that dream come true, and being interviewed by you two is really an honor. So I am actually like I have that moment right now, fangirl moment ki, okay, that that fangirl when you want to, when you are like fond of that one star and that person is right in front of you. I'm having the same thing. This was my very big dream and I didn't think that it would ever come true, but now I can see that I am going to be interviewed by you two, and I'm very happy and nervous and all the mixed feelings. Very
Now
nervous.
you don't have to be in that fanboy moment because now you're on the hot seat.
Oh.
आपके पास 1 मिनट का समय होगा मैडम, क्या आप तैयार हैं?
हाँ, तैयार होना पड़ेगा. Do I have any other option? See, my hands
No.
are literally shaking. Oh God.
All right,
Okay.
calm down, calm down. It's a pleasure to be in that fandom moment of yours. The fact that we're a part of it. This is also novelty for us. So thank you for that, and just totally enjoy this moment. This is your, like you said, you're on the hot seat. This is your moment. So enjoy it all. Right. This is all about a personality contest. So I want to understand, how would you define your personality first?
Okay, first of all, I define my personality to be very outgoing. I feel that I am people often see me as a very judgmental person, but I'm actually not. Matlab, if you tell me something, I'll be okay. Yeah, it's your life, it's your choice. It's good. It's if it's going good for you, it's good. If it's going bad for you, then maybe you should try something else. But I'm not. People look at me as a very judgmental person, but I'm not. I tend to socialize a lot. I mean, if I'm meeting someone for the first time, it's I really, there's no place for that small talk, and I kind of get in with them like very calmly and in a very cool manner. So I think that's a plus point, uh, because the one key for making people comfortable with you is being outgoing, and I think I do pretty well at that. So yeah, I'm very a chilled person. Like people usually, I think, have fun with me, because whenever I go out with my friends, they're all laughing, chilled out, and having a great time. So I like that, I am that person who brings joy in other people's lives. So it's great.
That's nice to know, and thank you for bringing joy right now to ours. But
Okay, I'm glad.
um, you know how people always have something to say. So, kuch to log kahenge is obviously what we hear as we're growing up. How do you respond to society's views or directions, or any comments you have from your relatives, from your family, or just everything that comes your way? How do you combat that?
Okay, so like a year back, I'd say I was a person who was, very conscious about what people think of me, and what people have to say. Just like kuch to log kahenge, what are people saying about me was very, very important to me. But then I think over the last 1 year, we all have been at home and really with ourselves. So I tend, kind of got to realize that it's actually not important what everyone else says, as far as you are happy with what you are and what you're doing and what your habits are. I'm not saying ki even if you have a bad habit, you justify it by saying ki it's my habit, so I'm going to do it my way. It's just that if you know that you're doing something which is not um inappropriate or harming you or others in a way, it's fine to have that habit, or you know possess that personality. And well, I have a lot of judgmental relatives. Like for example, I have a lot of aunts who are very since I'm one of the eldest, cousins when it comes to my mother's side of the family, and they are always very interested in what I'm doing, what are the trends going on in the youngsters group and everything. They're very interested in that. So earlier I used to feel very conscious about what I'm sharing with them, because then I used to feel okay, now they're going to judge me on this. And again, that kuch to log kahenge factor came into play. But then since the pandemic and everything, when we last met on the New Year's, I think that time I was very chilled. Ki they asked me ki, don't you feel there are a lot of youngsters spending a lot of time on social media? I'm like, it's fine. I mean, that's the trend of the age. It's okay. And it's not that social media is doing all the bad stuff to you. It has a lot of advantage too. So I did not feel feared, or I was not conscious to put my view in front of them. So I think that has changed, and I think I still have a bit to work on that, because when it comes to certain platforms, I'm still that very what do you say, considerable key what are others going to say. But when it comes to these certain platforms, I'm quite chilled ki, okay, now this is what it is. You, if you want to accept it, you accept. If you don't want to accept, don't accept.
it's like that.
So you've mentioned social media, you've mentioned the internet, you know, how it's true that the entire youth, and in fact everyone nowadays, is on social media, whether they like it or not. It's become the way of life. So here is the topic, and I want your views on this. Before you marry someone, see how they react to slow internet.
Sorry, what? The
Before,
last part. Yeah,
before you marry someone, see how they react to slow internet.
Oh, okay. That's a very big cue. Matlab, you know, it's just like that Munna Bhai thing. You know, he when he was the RJ, he said that, you know, look at the way he reacts or he acts with the people who are below, not below, but who are kind of inferior to them. And it's just like that. I'd definitely take this into consideration. Ki how do they react to slow internet? Because if I become irritating at some point in my married life, then he should not get very mad and like, what you're doing, this is not the way you do it, and then just leave and abandon me. I don't want him to do that. So I definitely take this into consideration, and I'll see if how he reacts, because I think that's going to tell a lot of thing about his personality, whether he's impulsive, whether he's short tempered, whether he's calm, he's cool, he is, you know, kind of go with the flow kind of a person, or you know, just like a clay, he, you know, get molded in the situation and not keep complaining that this is not right, this is not right, the internet is slow, or you're doing this, you're throwing tantrums. He should not be like that. So I definitely take that in consideration.
I might have to burst your bubble. It might happen anyway, slow internet or not. That's marriage for you, by the way. But Karan, over to you.
No, but do you think you'll get irritated if the internet is slow?
If I'm doing something very important, and like for example, now that I'm giving this interview, and now if the internet is slow, definitely I'm gonna get irritated. But if I'm casually, you know, swiping and, you know, just seeing some memes and all, and if that time the internet is slow, I don't think I would react in a very haphazard way. Ki, what is this? And start lashing out, uh, you know, cuss words to the Wi-Fi company. I don't think I would do that.
Do you ever want to check, like, would you want to ever want to test your partner, like whoever it is, like?
Do I ever wanna? Sorry.
Would you ever want to test your partner, whoever it is, uh, on these terms? How to behave if supposedly Instagram was shut down for 24 hours? How would they behave? Like, would you test them now? Now that we've asked you this question.
Actually, see, if this is the question, I'd say I don't need to test him because I already know how he would react. And I think that social media is a very, you know, important part in today's age. But me or the person I'd marry or date, I'd choose a person who's not completely dependent on that. Ki baba, my life is stopped if there is no social media, because social media for me is literally like a pastime or something that you can do in your free time. You should definitely have something else apart from social media to pursue in your life, and you should not be like totally into it. Like for me, uh, in the starting of the lockdown, I literally had nothing to do because my exams had just got over, my admission was due, and I literally had no aim. So that time being 24 hours on social media was fine. But now that I have got admission, I am doing a BA in psychology, now I have something to study. I don't think I should be spending that much time on social media. So even if when I have a lot of things to do and then Instagram is shut for 24 hours, I don't think it would um, you know, affect me and my better half that much. Because uh, if I, you know, like follow what I said and find a guy who has a lot of other things to do, he would be busy doing that. And I don't think that would affect him so much. And when it comes like you know, on Instagram you can also chat. So that's one thing that I think I do with him. So we would make it a point to maybe call, or use some other app. If you have WhatsApp, you have Facebook, you have Snapchat, where you can you know, communicate with the other person. So I don't think it would be that a big issue. Yeah.
I hope it isn't. And
Yes,
but
I
thank you
hope
so
so
much for
too.
your answer. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Enjoy the
Thank
rest of
you.
your day.
Thank you.
Okay, so our last and final participant for today is CC021. And Karan sir, we'd like you to give them the topic.
Hellos.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, sir and ma'am. Sorry, I'm the last person, but I can tell you that I'm not the least person. So yeah. And before you start, I'm gonna tell you, whenever my camera was off, my sister came in, fangirl over Karan sir, and just went, "Oh, he's your judge. Oh wow, wow," and she just went. Yeah.
Please say hello to your sister whenever you meet her next. Whenever you allow her
Sure.
in the room next.
Yeah. Sure, sir.
Where are you from?
I'm from Jaipur. I'm based in Jaipur.
You're based in Jaipur.
Yeah.
So how's the weather? It's very cold. I
It's cold
heard.
now. Yeah, it's like the one of the most coldest winters we've had in a while. So like all the heaters are on, all the warmers are on. Yeah.
Are you enjoying your lal mas?
Yeah.
Your lal mas.
I'm a Jenny, so like all pure vegetarian. So like yeah.
Tell me one thing. I want to understand. So like
Yeah.
why I'm a very big foodie, and I love the entire aspect of going to different cities or going to different countries and at least trying it.
Yeah.
So now you told me that you're a Jain. What is the best thing that is available in Jaipur that you can
Oh,
eat?
there's a lot. It's not like that. Obviously,
Not
you
sweets, not sweets.
yeah,
Food.
not sweet, not sweet. So obviously you must have heard if you've come to Jaipur, you must have heard the Rawat ka kachori. That's all filled with pyaz. It's like Jennies don't have pyaz, but I'm not saying that.
I hope your family knows that you have pyaz.
Yeah, everybody has it. I don't go beyond the boundaries. But like there's a lot of things, a lot of people think कि non veg में कुछ है नहीं. Veg biryani नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. But a lot of people think that कि there's nothing to eat. But yeah, there's a lot of tasty food. So you come, I'll give you a very good round.
No, I've come there and I've had that big veg Maharaja thal also. That's what it
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
called.
Yeah,
Like some.
Rajasthani thali.
Are you a foodie? Do you like food? Or like you're like very I will only broccoli.
No, sir. I eat properly, but like in 10th, it went out of hand because I had my boards and I was really stressful. And my only thing was to eat a lot. So at nights, I started eating a lot. Since then, I've reduced my eating. But when I eat with all my love, like with all my stomach, and yeah, enjoy it a lot.
And what do you like? What are your hobbies? What do you do?
All right.
Any like
So after 12th, like I was really nervous before 12th, but after 12th, I got the confidence to say that I want to become an actor. And I'm sure I'll see you very soon in a few years. And other than that, literally started doing everything after my 8th grade just to get some recognition in school. So I tried my hands at like everywhere. Started with photography, thought to learn video editing because it would be nice just to have both the skills. So I started video editing. Got some offers from cafe to do this and also. So started freelancing also in Jaipur. Then came my dance. So joined the school dance team, won a lot of competitions, had a lot of fun. And then and then actually started doing acting and theater in college. And yeah, enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
do you have a lot of friends like from different circles?
Yeah, I do. Like I have my set of close friends which I go to, but I know a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. So yeah, that way
How
I'm
many
not outgoing.
how many close friends you have? How many tight knit close friends you have?
Tight knit, I would say. Obviously, so there's two groups. There's the guy group.
Think about
Yeah,
like people who can you can talk anything about.
yeah. So that's like there's a group that's like 10 people. So yeah, those 10 people are my go-to people. Anytime I can go and talk about that.
Are they boys or are they girls also?
So there are 6 boys, 4 girls. Yeah.
And and you have like are you also one of those boys जिनका एक अलग से boy chat group होता है?
बॉय ग्रुप तो है बट वी नॉट दैट एक्सक्लूसिव कि नहीं नहीं यहाँ पे वो एक्स्ट्रा बात मतलब पूरी बातें तो ग्रुप पे ही चलती है बट लड़कों की बात जब होती तब
So why I'm asking you this is because your question is related to this.
ऑलराइट
So your statement actually is this: boys gossip more than girls. Do you think yes, no, or why?
Big time yes. Firstly, big time yes. Boys don't agree to this क्योंकि अरे नहीं नहीं हम पन तो बहुत कम. But जब night stay या night over के लिए जाते हैं and they're chilling with them, they're totally and totally talking crap. I can say that they don't indulge in others' lives ज़्यादा until and unless they see their brothers getting harmed. But then they talk a lot of crap, a lot of bullshit, not about others, but एक दूसरे की बहुत लेते हैं. And then and girls, yeah, obviously everybody gossips. It's nothing. I would say it's obviously bad, but everyone does it. But as per my and I believe that yeah, boys do gossip a lot. They just don't
What
agree.
one gossip? What is the craziest gossip that you've done?
I
Like,
have
or
done.
you've heard in your
I am
group?
I'm the last person to gossip. I'm telling you, I'm the last person because like I didn't like it like because I was gossiping. Then people were gossiping about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there any gossip that you've got yourself involved into, and then you found it really really interesting? You didn't want to say anything, but you wanted the gossip sessions to continue. Like you.
Yeah. All right. So I might come off creepy this way, but there was one time that I was just talking to one girl, and a lot of boys liked her, and I was just talking to her, and that rumor spread that this guy is talking to this Ronit, sorry, CC1 is talking to this girl, and there was nothing between us. We were just friends. I just had a word with her, and everyone was like they're dating, and they are going out and all of this. And I was like, I shouldn't say anything. ठीक है, बोलने दो. Like I'm not going out or anything, but I was like, oh, all right. If you want to believe that, believe it.
मतलब सांप भी मर गया और लाठी भी नहीं टूटी.
Just like that.
But eventually you like the fact of gossip.
Yeah, but like not now, not yeah.
जब तक अपने बारे में नहीं है तब तक you like.
नहीं अब वो भी नहीं पहले था ये बट अब वो भी नहीं अब बस थोड़ा sorted रहो.
No gossiping.
Yeah, no gossiping.
Supreet, you wanna ask him something? He's saying he doesn't gossip.
I want to know if you had the power to spread a rumor about yourself, then which one would it be? What would you pick as a rumor that you have designed?
I would just say that I would just spread a very big rumor that this guy is a terrific actor and I can see him on screen so that everybody just says all this and it gets manifested and I don't have to take any worries. So yeah.
So you want to that?
Yeah.
Nice. यहाँ तो मतलब हर किसी से हमें कंपटीशन ही मिल रहा है करण. हमें अपने थोड़ा सा मतलब कुछ संभालना पड़ेगा.
Half the time when I go on any college fest or like an event like this, I get out of the event thinking, damn, I have to work even more hard now. Like.
And so seeing you guys, ma'am and sir, seeing you guys, we think that we have to work a lot harder than we are not even doing anything, but we have to work a lot hard to reach your levels.
My friend, at your age, what I was doing, if you got to know that.
You guys are definitely starting early. Definitely starting early. If I see now in the anchoring circle, somebody calls me and they say your availability, I'm like, no, I'm not available. And it's like, that's fine, Taran, you will do it. I'll be like, what, who? So those things I'm actually getting myself for, brace for it. But you guys have amazing talent, and that's evident. And it's good to see that. It's refreshing. It's good to see that. Yeah, I think I've heard enough. I'm good.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Spreading the gossip and keep spreading the love.
And I am going to add on to say that my sister was married in Jaipur, and till date, of all the relatives, all the family, nobody can stop talking about that lavish spread of buffet and how absolutely lip-smackingly scrumptious it was. So yes, big yes.
The food is great over here. The food is great over here.
Totally agree. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Okay, so now that we have reached the end of this event, I would like to thank our sponsors, Nusra Bastra, RK Brownies, The Studio Salon, Off Kick, Mind Guardian, and Feng Street. Next up, I'd like to thank our judges, Mr. Preet Bedi and Mr. Karan Wahi, for taking out time from their busy schedules and gracing us with their presence and your charm. And I would really say, like, I feel every person in committee here would agree with me that your questions made this entire event even more interesting. Like the one-on-one conversations that you had with everybody here, I feel it's something that the participants themselves will remember. Like the committee will for sure, because everybody was watching this. But thank you so much for making this event so special. I would like to ask both the judges if you all have any pointers for the participants or for the Kiran committee ourselves. We would love to hear from you.
I think if I may add, it's very difficult what you said. It's very difficult to do what you did today, to actually project your personality for a title that is pretty much Mr. and Miss Personality, or Mr. and Miss Kiran, which is doing the same thing. It's very hard. How do you get somebody to know you in a minute or two and get a title as well? So what you guys did here, you did put your best foot forward. Kudos for that. You did really well. But I would also say that putting effort in your outer self is as important as putting your thoughts and putting your mental ability out there. So I know that you can think great and you may have some fabulous beliefs, but people don't know that because we're all visual people. You know, whatever I see is what I get. And then I get into that brain later by probing and asking questions. So I always say that your knowledge is obviously something you're gaining out of your college study, and it will help you, definitely will. But what you might land up doing may be very different from your college studies. I was a master's in computer science. I do nothing around it right now. So, I mean, of course, the only thing that's helped me going in my field is my personality, my confidence, whatever else I brought as a person. So, yes, studies are important and you should be rooting for whatever you've done so far, but work on yourself. I always say invest time in yourself is why I have now come out and started Superability by Supreet Bedi on YouTube. Very new, but of course I would say that if you've got the time, do get in there, check the videos out and subscribe. It's very important to work on yourself. And that's what I saw today as well with everybody. Pay that attention. So, don't look unkempt. Like I'm not naming anything individually, but I'm saying that if you look like you've just rolled out of bed, it would probably work slightly against you if you're putting a great personality out there. Maybe take that effort and do a bit of that and sort of be a bit more kempt so that you look presentable. So give your visual self some importance too. It's like going to a bakery. You may go in and you don't know how everything tastes, but you go for the first thing that looks appealing and good. So just invest time in that as well is what I would leave it at that. But answers wise, all great, all good fun and very entertaining. Over to you, Karan.
Well, just to add to what Supreet said, I had a great time talking to everyone, and it's so much fun to actually have a one-on-one conversation with most of you, because when we come to your college, it gets a little difficult, but out here, that's what the beauty of this medium is, that you get to spend that time. And obviously, I'm not one to judge your personality. I'm just here just to probably add on certain insights that probably I have with experience, with age. When I was 18, when I came to Bombay, around 17 years back almost, I couldn't speak to women. I couldn't speak to people who I didn't know. I had an issue speaking in English, not because I didn't know the language, but because I always felt I'll say something wrong, and people are gonna make fun of me. And I think I've just learned from my mistakes. I learned the fact that making mistakes is good. So I don't know who's gonna win eventually today, but don't think that you have a less of a personality than anyone else, because like Supreet said, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or even 5 minutes is very, very, very short-lived for any of us to say who you are and who you're going to become. Because I think eventually I'll be really, really happy if 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line, most of you who've said that, we want to act, we want to dance, we want to direct, we want to be a filmmaker, we want to be a singer, and there'll be no one more proud than me. If I see you somewhere if I get to work with you guys, it'll be even better for me, because I think that's what I've learned from my own experiences. I've tried to be someone, and it's not worked. And then I've not tried to do anything about anything, and it's worked. So keep trying, and I think that's the simple line I feel. Thank you so much, guys, for having me here.
And to add on, when you get there and become these famous actors and writers and hosts and whatever else you want to do, the one thing you need to remember is never forget where you started. You've got to be humble. That's going to take you so far.
And like a lot of people say, we see a lot of quotes on Instagram, especially with the captions or quotes saying "never look back." I completely believe in the fact that always look back from where you've come. It's like because when we don't look back, we're only headed towards we want to be. We might keep chasing something that we aren't, and that'll always happen. What I am today, 10 years down the line, I'll be better. But 10 years down the line, I would want to be even more better. So that want should be there, but at the same time, appreciate where you've reached, because that's what is the game.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you, sir. And thank you so much to both of you all for coming here and gracing us with your presence. We are really, really grateful to have you all here. Next up, I also like to thank all of our participants for participating in our event and making it so, so special. The results will be announced soon on the Kiran page. And yeah, thank you so much for joining in. And we are signing off today, and see you for the closing ceremony tomorrow. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am.
Thank you for having us again to Kiran Committee. You were all fabulous, and tech team, everybody, a big kudos to you, big thumbs up. And I hope that the best person wins today.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you everybody who participated. And Tarni, it's been amazing. Entire team. I also see this boy Vidur. Thank you so much for being so patient, smiling, and being there. Your surname is my half surname. My mother's a Dhar, so that's what caught my attention. But thank you so much. Take care.
I'm quickly going to add something from Vidur as well. I think you were so engaged with everything that it looked like you were enjoying their experiences so much, especially all the boy gossip bit. You were like,
yeah.
So I think I'm going to assume that you're a gossip. You do a lot of gossip as well. And if you ever get a chance, I want to know what is it that you guys talk about. But great on your, like Karan said, on your patience, but also on your presence. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Karan.
Bye.
Bye, Tarini.